Anyan? Anyan? Oh my god, I love the way I can get close now and not just have the 1,000-yard stare because the eyes actually converge in the camera. Hi! What is this? I can actually say hi without getting cheesed to oblivion? Oh my god, my dying headphone cable. Hold on. Hold on. I slammed my desk and I immediately went onto only my right ear. Hi! Welcome! One of my hands isn't working, apparently. I'm not sure why that is. Hello, Lee Motion? Hello? Hi! 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 Welcome! My need for yeet is immense. I hate to tell you, but I couldn't even trigger it myself if I wanted to. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. How are peeps? Thank you so much for the resub as well. I just wanted to show you what it sounded like when Rebel you read it. Hiya! There you go. Detection of subscriptions still works because I am not relying on PubSub. I specifically did as much as I could through IRC because it's just, you know, a much older, like, longer standing protocol that's, you know, stood the test of time for longer, and yeah. They always deprecate their proprietary API stuff, but the IRC has been around for ages. And what would you know it? It still works now the PubSub's gone. Who could have thought? Anyway, welcome! Hi Astatin, welcome! Hi Muckatek, hi! Hi Astatin, hi Omni, hi Christ! Hi Stew! I have saved the kidneys, don't worry. Welcome Alkaline, welcome Cinnamon Bug Troll. I know you said Cinnamon Bun for some reason, I'm not sure why. Welcome Stew, welcome Balthazar, welcome Doohoo! Oh yeah, also Mocka, thank you very much for the resub! Hi! Hi Snooze as well, we are so back. Wait, did you see my attempt to stream like a few minutes before I started streaming? That's interesting. I don't see it in Twitch's list of unpublished ones. Anyway, hi Christopher, hi Snooze, hi Ast, hi Scarber! And Ast, and Balthazar, and Christopher, and Scarber, and Astatin, and Balthazar, and Christopher, and Scarber, and Muckatek. There we are, caught up. Hello, hi, welcome. Hi. Hello. I wasn't sure what to stream today, so I made a list of things that I could stream. I kind of took on the possibility of making just one piece of music for an album that a bunch of people are trying to make. So that's the thing that I now need to do before the end of the month. I could play around with a sound chip thingy that I have. I started looking into the Teensy 4 microcontroller, which I've had for a while and haven't used yet for the purpose I originally bought it for. And I also copied over some datasheets for what eventually might become a pet long uke Tamagotchi style physical thing that I might make. And I also thought maybe I could design a circuit board that is all the colored LEDs and stuff that I have mentioned in the past. I won't go into that again, but TLDR, I bought a bunch of LEDs of many different wavelengths, and I thought I was going to make a circuit board of showing like all the different, like a reference for what each color wavelength looks like. I said I won't go into details, but I've literally just explained the entire thing. And that'll be done in KiCad. And I spent an hour setting up an actually blank template in KiCad again, updating to 9.0, saying it's still not possible. Anyway, all of that is going to go out the window! Because I didn't realize that today is the second planned temporary shutdown of PubSub on Twitch. The API that Twitch has to allow developers to do things like redeems, and I'm not sure if follow notifications also come through there. We'll find out soon, later today, if my stream is interesting enough for anyone to follow. Yeah, I think everything else comes through. IRC or Helix, which is the other API of Twitch. I actually don't know how many they have. They have so many. Anyway. Pet Longy. Yes, maybe. Greetings from Zai. Hi, Muckatek. Hi. Okay, I need to actually go through the chat and catch up now. Pookie. Yes. No cheese. Where redeems? Yes, it's the PubSub. The PubSub down for 48 hours day, which is 3 days for my time zone. because it's 7 p.m. on one day, across to all of today, across to 7 p.m. tomorrow, I think. Did they do it early? They didn't do it early, Owl. I didn't realize it was today, though. I knew they were doing 2 taking it down moments, or possibly 3, and I knew that they'd done some already. I missed it, the earlier one. I just didn't happen to stream on that day, and it was shorter. It wasn't for 48 hours. This one's for 48 hours, so I guess it's more likely that it'd catch me while I'm streaming. Did I say hi, Blau? Kaneko? Welcome, welcome. Does that mean no nyans? Yeah, it's true. It's true, it's true. My name was said 3 times. This video is satisfied. I shall stop my protest. Oh. Pat Scarper. Redeem evil Luke. You know, I was actually thinking of making some things be triggered by text in the chat. Not some redeems, but I had the thought that because things like polls notoriously don't work on mobile sometimes, they're like, sometimes they just don't show up. I don't know why. Mobile is like a second-class citizen, even now on Twitch. So the thought had occurred to me that I could just make my voting system just work through text commands instead of the Twitch API, and then anyone could just like literally type like !1 or !2, you know, vote 1 2 3 4 or something in the text, and then anyone who has text chat can vote, and it would only count a vote from each user once, you know. And then, like, well, that's it, right? That's the vote system done, and surprise, it'll work on mobile. There you go, Twitch. I would have done it for you. Anyway, I haven't done that yet. So I might end up doing some things through text chat. I can't believe you made Twitch take down PubSub just to stop my halloumi huacha. What is that? By the way, I misread that huacha at first as hachama. Need to work, but I hope you enjoy it soon. Thank you, Blau. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're... Wait, am I just me or am I loud? I thought I corrected my volume, but I did have a crash from Windows earlier. I was trying to do the disk cleanup thing and it got stuck while it was trying to clean up something. I think it was getting stuck going down infinite what's the word? Like soft links in the file system. What's the expression? I can't. PubSub is on my mind. All I can think of is the word PubSub. I can't think of the word. Anyway, it gradually just everything started stopping working. Explorer stopped responding to mouse clicks. It was not the SSD this time. I made sure it wasn't the SSD dying. Symlinks, symbolic links. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Unsubscribes from the PubSub. Yeah, well, my streaming setup couldn't even subscribe to it today. Remember, guys, this just lets us gather more points for the next stream's legendary cheese pile. Does it? I hope so. I mean, I don't want the cheese pile, but I hope you still get the points. I will send you a version after work tonight for you. We'll be scuffed, but we'll work. I should be sleeping right now. I hope stream goes well. Have a nice sleep, Alan. Thank you very much. Where's the yeet? Please check pinned comment. Hi, Dara. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Umi Pie. Have you seen what Tech Tangents has? No, I've not. Yeah. Huacha, multiple rocket launcher and an organ gun of similar design, which were developed in 15th century Korea. Holy crap! An organ gun. Wait, what? Is it like firing people's organs, or is it like a musical organ? You like, but instead of like is it like a pipe organ, but in each pipe there's like a rocket, so when the air shoots through it fires a rocket, and it's a very musical way to bring death to someone. Just imagine that toccata and fugue in D minor, and that's the last thing you hear before you get rocketed. Hi Marianne, welcome. Hi Umi Pie, what happened to the cheese ring redeem? Please check the pinned message. But redeems are going to be down for today, unfortunately. Hi, Al. Yes, hi, Mocha. The Huacha was a multiple rocket launcher which was developed in 15th century Korea. Firing... Wait, what just happened? Oh, there we are. Firing people's organs. Look, I don't know what an organ rocket thingy is. Hi, Trades. Welcome. How's the Trades? So yeah, I thought that today I would be finally finally having to learn what the fuck a I can't remember the name of it, never mind what it is. What a WebSocket, that's the one, even is, and actually make my own thingy, because, like, you know, I've been putting it off for a long time, and I kind of don't have to rely on other people for making things for me, because it's only going to break again eventually, and then I'll have to rely on people again, and then, you know, it feels bad, man. Feels _ Batman. Which is how the Twitch API works. I think. ! Batman. Oh yeah, those commands will still work. WebSocket is sparkling TCP. See, if it was just TCP, I'd know how to do it. But yeah. Bow, bow, bow. ! Batman. I don't know about that. So anyway, I've got like Twitch loaded up now, and I've got sorry, Twitch loaded. What the fuck am I saying? I've got this project which is named Unity Twitch, actually. So maybe that's why I said it. It's my streaming setup loaded up, and I was about to work on this selected thing right here. Da-da! But now I'm guessing I shouldn't, because Owl says she's going to work on it again. The only reason I said I was going to use Owl's thingy is because she sorry, the only reason I was so okay, hold on, let me back up. Let me back the fuck up. Reverse. Okay, I'm back. Hi, I'm back at the beginning of the time line. So essentially, hi Kingzilla, welcome. They are by design for today. Hi Kingzilla, why has your, oh my god, is this a thing you did for April the 1st and you weren't able to put it back? Where you switched the case of your name? So it's now T Reed _ Kingzilla _ Wait, I didn't see the C, sorry. It was the C was wrapped. I just saw the N for a moment and then I saw the C. Did you change it for April Fools? You can change it back? Can you? I thought you can only change it like every month or something. WebSocket, did any of the modern browsers implement logging WebSocket requests properly? I don't know. I am so far out of the web dev circle. I think C# has WebSocket support? I mean, I hope so. I assume WebSocket is a protocol, doesn't tell you much. Is it even? I guess it is, yeah, I guess so, yeah. I was about to say, I thought a protocol was something higher level, but you have protocols stacked on top of protocols, stacked on top of protocols. Are they throwing out webhooks? No idea. I don't even know what a webhook is. I don't know what WebSockets are. I don't know what web asterisk. Anything that has web at the beginning of the name is oh my goodness. Dev! I just spoke over it, sorry. Weber, ready? Weber. She tried. She missed 1 out of 5 letters. Thank you very much, Defnal. Flipping tier 3 as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hi, Defnal. Look, the subscriptions still work because it takes them from the IRC log.
Hardware is greater than Weber.
She actually read it correctly. What the hell? True, you 50/50s. Thank you very much as well. Wow! 9 months! It's the Twitch baby time. Ugh, why? I know that I hate that term. I forget how much I hate that term until the words leave my mouth and it's like, now I've got this nasty taste in my mouth. Why do I say Twitch baby? Anyway, every time. I'll never learn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the reason. You 50/50. Hope you're doing alright as well. Hope you're doing good. I'm not doing too badly, thank you. I'm a little tighter today than yesterday. I don't know why, because I thought I got better sleep. I went to bed earlier. I felt like I woke up fewer times. Logic escapes my brain. Webhook is like a reverse HTTP Webhook is like a reverse HTTP request. You host a server, and you configure some service to call it anytime an event happens. I mean, that sounds kind of cool, but it also makes me feel like if it was literally a reverse HTTP server, like I'd need to forward ports, right? So I guess there's more to it than that. Web headpads? I still wouldn't know how they work, although I like the sound of it. WebSockets are a communication protocol enabling full duplex, so like in both directions at the same time, real-time communication between a client and a server over a single persistent TCP connection. Okay, you know what also does that?
Train, please.
Ah, my head! Thank you very much, Scarver. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It also deals with that through the IRC, so that still works as well. Thank you, thank you. For the 100 bits. You have successfully made the scam train reach level 2. What the hell? Do you know what else? Enables a both directions real-time persistent TCP connection thingy. A TCP connection. We don't need this fancy WebSocket stuff. That's literally a TCP connection. Sorry. If you wish to do your own, I can just give you the raw data that's sent to WebSocket with my library. If you wish to do your own, I can just give you the raw data that's sent to the WebSocket with your library. With my... If you wish to do your own, blah, 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 I can just give you the raw data that's sent to the WebSocket with my library. And my library will handle subscriptions access keys for now. Until you've done your own. Oh my goodness. Ah! Wait, why did that not make my... Ah! It's stuck in my head! I was about... Get out of my head! I was about to say it didn't make my head bonk, but then it got stuck inside my head somehow. Thank you very much, Finuki. What is happening? Why? Also, I swear that didn't make the hype train, like, go up barely at all. Why? With my library, and my library will handle... What is happening? Ow! Okay, that one made my head. Thank you very much, you 50-50. Really? Only 94%? You sent 100 bits, and all it did was push up the scam train by 6%. What a scam train. Thank you very much, though. If Twitch doesn't appreciate it, but I appreciate it. Thank you. What is happening?
What the fuck is a Twitch baby?
It was my face, because my face was twitching just then because there was a gem stuck in it. No, 9 months, because the sub was 9 months, and you know, something 9 months, pregnancy, something baby, something. There you go. Thank you so much. This doesn't only happen. I don't know why this is happening. Apparently people love it when I have no redeems. Maybe I should just delete all my redeems permanently. Ow, my neck! My neck. Thank you very much, dude. What the... Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Why are you doing this all of a sudden? Okay, if you wish to do your... Okay, Owl, so... I'm not quite understanding. Give you the raw data that's sent to the WebSocket with your library. So it sounds like your library is like in 2 parts. Like one part is ready and one part isn't. But like your library... Ah! Why is it that my head goes like... And then it pops back. Thank you, Kingzilla, as well. Holy. I'm a little confused. You should be asleep anyway. But, I'll still develop it though for anyone else that will want it for Unity. It's not a reverse HTTP, that's normal HTTP. You register to receive a callback on some event, and Twitch makes an HTTP request with some data to a server of your choosing. Webhook, it's just a server. Oh, this is a webhook now, sorry. It's just a server? Just making a request to some other server. Okay. I know Discord has that. Gotta forward ports unless it's something inside your local network. Hi B-Top, welcome. Hi Chaos Dragon, welcome. WebSocket handles messages. WebSocket is basically web people not wanting to expose raw TCP on web stuff. I see. So they add all this string passing on top of it. Most of the time the receiver is also a service. Webhook service is a Twitch streamer edge case. Wait, hang on, wait. Is Webhook and WebSockets, are they both related? Can't find anything about webhooks being deprecated. Okay. I'm sorry for the complex way. No, don't worry, Al. I feel like there's some like prior knowledge that you're assuming I have, but I don't. I'm derp. I'm Yuki v derp. We will one day return to the Twitch Earth. We will one... What? Why? Oh, thank you very much, Doohoo. Thank you. I shouldn't sound so, like, outraged by it. I'm just confused. Thank you very much, Doohoo. Also, 39. That's a nice number. It's almost like 69, but like 3 3s and 9 and stuff. One day we'll return to the Twitch Earth. What? Twitch doesn't appreciate it because they make more money off subs. I thought they made the same amount of money off both, actually. They're scamming the person who's giving... Okay, this is actually libel. Probably shouldn't say this. I probably shouldn't say this. But hey, they're taking 50% from the person, and then they're taking 50% again. In other words, they're taking 75% of the money from the people who sell it, right? That's not libel. That's just the facts. Like they take it when you put money onto your account, and then they take it again in the paying, right? Anyway, WebSocket is used more within applications for more real-time use cases like chats and stuff. It's almost in 3 parts. But yes, you have the part that does everything. That is done and used for all software. I guess that's the Rust, like the DLL part. The part that isn't done is niceties on the Unity side and testing. I see. So the Unity part would be like, I guess I still don't exactly understand how it works. Have you made it so that like your DLL, or for Windows it would be a DLL, I'm guessing it's something else for Linux. Have you made it so that that is the part that like does the communicating with Twitch and everything, and it understands the current state of everything? Maybe, I don't know if it's stateful or not. I guess it has to be stateful to some extent so that it can reconnect if the connection gets lost, but... And then it like passes that information when there are events onto the VTubing software of choice, like in my case, Unity, in some kind of format that is the same no matter what. And then on the Unity side, you have to make the language specific thing that like takes that data and like makes it nice usable structs and this is C# structs aren't allowed. Classes I know they're technically allowed, but for some reason such nice low overhead stuff is disfavored in favor of classes. Oh hey! Like a cute new emote was just unlocked. Look at this. It's actually a cute emote this time. Oh, I can't use it apparently. What if I just type it? Okay, it works. The Twitch the Twitch chat thingy on OBS doesn't suggest the emote, but I just typed it manually and it works. 100% correct. Oh, nice! Okay, in that case, yeah, I wouldn't mind at all passing out that stuff. Does it like pass it as like a string? Like a JSON string or something? Because if that's the case, that's not a big deal to me at all. I would happily work with that. Honestly. Yeah, why didn't I unlock for you, Snooze? That's interesting. They both have the word web in them. Oh my god, I'm so far behind with the chat. What? Webhook and WebSocket are both available for event sub. Ah, interesting. Wait, I didn't know there were like 2 different sort of protocols or interfaces used for the same API. Oh, what a bizarre thing. I believe it's JSON because I just used serializable in the structs on the C# classes. Okay. Oh, you actually are using structs. Nice. 50% from subs, 30% from bits. I'm getting deja vu here. I feel like I've read these chats already. I'm so far behind. I'm scrolled up. I can't see how far scrolled up I am. I feel like I'm scrolled up much more than this scroll bar would allude to. Twitch baby, when Twitch baby die, return to Twitch Earth. Ah, it's a bit morbid. Webhook is just it's just you telling Twitch to make an HTTP request to a server you own when stuff happens so that you know. Okay. I think that's the kind of thing that Discord does as well, right? WebSocket is very similar to a direct TCP connection between you and Twitch. Only similarity is that both are web stuff. Okay. Depends on partner tips. 100%. Her mind, C# has structs. I know it does, but people for some reason already seem to use them. This music needs to calm down a little bit. This music can chill just a touch. I believe it's the JSON. Oh, sorry, I read that already. Oh, that means I'm catching up. Oh my goodness, that means I've nearly caught up with chat. Either way, the best way to support people is just to tip them directly. It's true. It's true. That is the best. It's the best for everybody. Like, it's the best for the person giving the money because the money actually goes where they want it to go. And obviously, it's the best for the streamer as well because they get a bigger cut, if not all of it. I believe it is JSON. I can say many bad things about Amazon. They do use JSON everywhere, and it's good. I feel like JSON and good shouldn't be in the same sentence. Enlin! Hi! Welcome! How are you doing? Wait, ! tip is a command? I didn't even know that was a command! Thank you, Chaos! I actually didn't know that was even a command on the stream elements what it's set up for. It is a link that works. I just don't normally have it in my like socials. Because it's called ! socials, right? And tipping is not really a social thing, right? Maybe I should call it ! links. I'm sneaky as usual. Thank you very much for the resub though. And then 30 months as well. Jeez. How is me? I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm not too bad. A little sleepy, but the stream is waking me up a bit, if anything, which is good. You can say many bad. Oh, I already read that. There's two protocols for EventSub because EventSub is trying to cover more use cases than just a local overlay, and some of them don't really mesh with WebSockets. Okay, so you don't really want a persistent connection. It might just be a thing that you want to just like fire out a thingy and then like terminate your own program, right? I guess that kind of thing. Oh wait, no, it's the other way around. That would be if you're trying to trigger an event on Twitch rather than Twitch notifying you, right? Pubs are officially broke? Yeah, they're doing a 48-hour trial period, basically. I mean, it's the last trial period. They've done several. This is the one with the longest downtime. It's from yesterday 7 p.m. to tomorrow 7 p.m. Bit of an awkward time zone to be living in because it affects a significant part of 3 days for me. Who's Jason and why is he used everywhere on the web? I don't know. I actually don't know. Have I caught up? Have I caught up? 8-ball, should we be able to throw G's at Yuki? The 8-ball says, I think so. How dare you, 8-ball? How dare you? They're basically trying to spook people into finally migrating their implementations. Kinda. Well, actually, precisely. I think it's more, at this point, it's more like they're doing it to force people to test what they've done so far. They're assuming that people will have done something so far, right? And then they'll be like, okay, we understand something might not be working yet, so we'll give you like a few more days, and then at 15th it's like... Zip. Cut it. No more. It's gone. I did work with a guy named Jason for a bit. Tech meetings were fun. But yeah, I feel like I could work with that. I feel like I could very much work with that. Absolutely. I'd have to remember how to call DLL functions. That bit is going to be the scary thing. I'd need to know like what all the function names are in the DLL. I've done it once before. I've done it in the text aloud thingy here. It's DLL import, text allowed API 64, blah 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 blah. I'm not sure if I should be showing this because text allowed does not publicly tell anybody how to do this stuff. It was fractionally, kinda, sorta, possibly, maybe slightly reverse engineered by myself and a friend a few years ago. Anyway, I already have all the JSON coming back. Oh, okay. I mean, like, I still need to interact with your DLL somehow, right? Like to say, hey, I want you to connect now. And, hey, I want to know about these things. Maybe I shouldn't assume, I don't know how it works, but then there needs to be some kind of interaction, right? I did work with a guy, I already read that. Punny joke. Exclamation mark TTS doesn't work, no. Maybe I should do that. Who stole the redeems? Jeff! That greedy guy. How cheese? How hydrate? Oh, true. I should probably hydrate. How cheese? Oh, no cheesing, but hydrating maybe. Me? Okay, so there's also this list that I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. Got some old stuff still on the list. This is the new stuff that I was considering. Oh yeah, I was considering adding this to the rules. I still haven't done that, I think. Let's just delete that. Sounds for Nova's Art Jam. Yeah, I had planned on adding a bunch more sounds to my sounds for Nova's Art Jam. The uke noises thing. I never did add these. Pots and pans I really should have added. Wait, no, these are what people were wanting for this Nova Jam. I never did anything for this Nova Jam, except for resubmit the things I did for the previous 2 Nova Jams. Streaming setup, text render stuff for credits at the end of stream. Oh yeah, right. OpenGL. Anyway, these are the new shiny things that I was thinking of doing. What? What is that quote, Cinnamon? What the fuck is that quote? Just a for anus. What was that? What was I saying? What was I saying? Alright, have a nice sleep, Owl. Hold on, I'll read that message in one sec. You're going to sleep anyway, so I'm going to say goodnight. Good night, sleep well. My usage is basically that I want to know when a streamer goes live for a Discord integration. And a webhook is the simplest way to do that. Yeah, okay. I register the streamer name and the URL I want Twitch to hit when that person goes live, and I get a request to your server. Yeah. Pardon the novel. It's alright. That is part of the niceties. I read Neocities for a second. Wait, Neocities is not a pun on niceties, is it? No way. That is a nice part of Neocities. That is true. I haven't worked out how that works on Unity's side. In Godot, I just create the object until connect time, and it does send custom ready event back. I'll explain what I need later for you, and you can ask. Yeah, sure. No worries. I did type new. Did you really? That is so funny. Your brain made the same thing when you're outputting. My brain made the same thing when it was inputting. What the fuck? Can I have the brain cell back, Owl, please? Meow Cities. Why does it sound a bit like Owl City? Hi, Hakun. Okay, I guess I won't be working on this now then, for now. But we've got a bunch of other things I could be doing. My streaming setup will be happy if I close this. Sorry, my computer will be happy if I close this because... Actually, I don't know, how much memory is Unity using? That there is just me closing Visual Studio Code. What the fuck? Huh? Why does that take so much off? Let's see how much memory goes down when I close this. Amazing. Visual Studio Code uses the same amount of memory roughly as Unity. What the fuck? Why is a text editor using like the same amount of memory as a full-blown interface with 3D rendering and like loads of textures and potentially high poly models? And I guess it's the language server thingy, but still, the question stands. Anyway, I wish you do. The Wonders of Electron. Is it an Electron app? Yes, it is. One word, Electron. Right, it is an entire fucking browser, isn't it? A browser showing a locally hosted website. I love calling things that use Electron that because I'm weird. Sneaks up on Catgirl! Exclamation mark tip Mahat! Nice. Alas, the redeems are in escrow. I don't even know what that word means, and the terms of release have been set up. True. Sneaks up on Catgirl from the rear, grabs the tail, and puts a pink bow. Aww! Thank you. Yeah, I don't have a bow on my tail, I think. I do have a gaming tail for my VR chat avatar. The party version of my VR chat avatar. It's literally just little emissive color blobs at the end of the tail, like RGB. Like, you know. Because that's gaming, right? Anyway, alright, so we could like do a little bit of music. I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for that right now. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I updated to KiCad 9. 9 is out now. 8 was what I had installed. Will Yuke hunt the bow on her tail? Yes, but don't tell the Yuke. I must have typed that as a possible response sometime. I have zero memory of that. Holy. That must be like literally years ago that I added that. Wow, and it's like never come up until now. This is the first time well, I have no memory of seeing it before, but I also have no memory of adding it. So maybe it has come up before and I just don't have a memory of it. Salix pollen allergy. Ah, I'm sorry, Hakun. It hasn't quite started for me yet. Usually, well, the worst time of the year for me is always like around the end of May, beginning of June. There's often like a 2-week period around there where it's just really, really absolutely insane, like really unbelievably, like I'm just like drowning on myself. Yeah, it's unpleasant. And last year it went on for like a month, which is hell, and I don't know why. That's the worst it's ever been all my life, so hopefully it's not going to be the same this year. Usually I feel like usually it's like alternates every other year. We have a really terrible one, then a not so bad, and then a terrible, and a not so bad, and it coincides with crazy heat as well, usually. Here the farmers have started. Do you live close to that? That sucks. When you want to sign a contract, but neither side trusts the other to hold onto a valuable asset, you put it in escrow, which is a trusted third party. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the really concise explanation. Visual Studio Code has all the overhead of Visual Studio without any of the features. Allergies, leave the Yuke alone. Well, right now they need to leave Hakun alone. I'm not suffering too much from them right now. This is possibly the best time of year for me. Well, no, I like the coldness of winter. It's hot here right now. See the thermometer. I love the way I wasn't expecting it to be pointing actually to hot. That's perfect. But yeah, right now, it's kind of interesting because I get to go outside while it's warm and like wearing a t-shirt and stuff, while not dying from hay fever. This is the only time of the year where that's the case. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It feels so surreal. It's like it's such a small percentage of my life while I can do that. Anyway, sorry, I'm not trying to get pity points there. It's just, anyway, I'm not even sneezing right now. I don't need the pity yet. I'm out of breath. Okay, so let me bring this up here. So there's a few things that weren't here before. Actually, I'm not sure that might have been here. Let me double check something. Did I? Okay, I did make it fractionally harder to dox myself. Nice, by mistake. So I thought it might be pretty cool if I could make like a little thing, like a Tamagotchi, like with an actual LCD, like, you know, a simple dot matrix LCD, not one of these fancy ass backlit full color RGB things. Get that out of here. Where's the fun in that? A nice little reflective style LCD that's just one color and like a low resolution. The lowest resolution I can find is like, I think it's like 128 by 64 or something. It's actually not that low resolution when you're comparing it to like the actual Tamagotchi. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to make it like a little sort of handheld physical electronic game, if you like, or pet almost. In the original Tamagotchi, you can like the pet can like die and stuff, and we're having none of that. No long Ukes will die here. It's just gonna be a little thing, and I don't know, maybe there'll be mini games or something. Yeah. Uke, move to Longyear City. Longyear City? No pollen to speak of, but it's Arctic deserts and very fast internet. Arctic? Like what? So like really cold? And very wait, that actually sounds amazing. Tamayuki. So I've barely started this. I've started like looking at potential LCDs. That's as far as I've got, and I was like, yeah, reading them and then like reading the Google translated versions of them because they're Chinese. Because of course they are. Where else are you gonna get a nice simple LCD from in the year 2025? Anyway. I had the feeling there was going to be like one of those weird hiccups coming, but it never came. Sorry. Oh no, it just went away. I'm being edged with hiccups. Like those old Nokia phone LCDs. Yeah, it's much bigger actually though. Wait, that's a good point. Wait, that's actually a really good idea. That's a much smaller LCD. Yeah, wait a minute. That's a great idea. Are those LCDs still sold? I mean, I know people are like selling the phones, right? And I could just buy an old phone and get the LCD out of it. But, you know, it'd be nice to have a slightly more stable source of them. Exclamation mark edged hick. Pretty sure they are. Okay, I'm mining to look that up. Because what I was looking at was this. Let me just quickly check a thing. I have to make sure that I'm not going to dox myself. Nope, looks good. Oh, it just crashed. What the fuck? Oh, hang on, this is the... Let's try the Google translated version. So... It looks... Do we have like a picture of it on here? We do not! I should probably go to LCSC and show you. But yeah, it's like a... It's a thing like this. Oh, it is 128 by 64, I remembered, but it's quite big. Oh, you can see it here, actually. What is this? Like, what's the actual size of this visible portion? About 3.3 centimeters? 3.3 millimeters. 3.3 centimeters tall. And 6.1 centimeters wide. So quite big. My hands are not actually really bearing much resemblance to how I'm really holding them. My fingers are touching right now, so that's the lead motion is tracking for you. Hi Belgian Wolf, welcome. Hi Snooze as well. Watching stream while working on a custom IoT dashboard in C# for project for school. Oh hell yeah! You're in the hardware zone as well. Well, the software for hardware zone. Longyearbyen. The administrative center of Svalbard is a tiny Norwegian metropolis. Okay, it will be icy then. With 2,400 residents from almost 53 different countries. Wow. Wow, what the hell? So it really is like a resort for just a few people from over the world come to I mean, not resort in the sense that they only stay there for like a week, but like a haven, like an oasis in a desert that is the world that's ever getting hotter. Sorry, this is me attempting to be poetic. I can't even speak. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of big. So if we could get a smaller LCD, that'd be nice. Yeah. And basically, there's just a bunch of... So there's a bunch of different parts. There is a backlight here. This is the stuff for the backlight. I don't think you need to use it. I think it is somewhat reflective. I think it would work in like bright light without, like you'd be able to see it in light without the LCD, without the backlight, sorry. But yeah, this board comes with sort of everything you need to use it. It has like a driver board behind it, kind of. So it's not just like you've got to connect the LCD with those funny little conductive foam pad things. Yeah. It has a driver, and it has like a, I think it's an SPI interface to control it. So yeah, it's pretty much like ready to use from like a hardware perspective. You just got to make the software for it. You just got to connect those wires to an Arduino, and then yeah, I don't think you need any supporting software, hardware, except for like a resistor for the LED if you want to make it backlit. I think it's 5-volt logic as well, so you literally could just use it with an Arduino. You don't even need level shifters. Oh, no, actually, no, never mind. It is 3.3 volts, so you will need level shifters. But okay. Maybe you can run the... Maybe, I don't know how much power it takes. Maybe because the Arduino does have like a little 3.3 volt regulated output as well. Maybe you could run out of that. Where are we? LCM current, what is it? Oh, that was LCD liquid crystal module, is that what it stood for? Basically the amount of current that the LCD takes, 46 milliamps? That's not much. Average download speed reported around 50 megabits per second. What about the upload speeds? That's what I'd be concerned about as a streamer. In a musical style. I don't know where I am, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I am, sorry, I don't know the song. I can't do it. I can't sing to it. Most displays will work with Arduino fine. I'm fairly sure there is an Arduino library for this display, yeah. But it also might just be fun to try to make my own. I like this sort of low-level interfacing with hardware stuff, so yeah, I might end up looking into this stuff. Into how to actually control it with my own messages. It doesn't seem too crazy. Might need a bit of trial and error though. There's a bunch of things here. I believe the bias is like contrast of an LCD. Timing was... They even have some example code here to like prepare stuff. It's pretty nice. So yeah, I looked at that event, but that's kind of big. It would be nice if I could find a smaller one. Checking upload? Oh, thank you. So that's one of the things I'm not really sure what to do anything with. Now I know about Nokia. Let me just put a note here. Look into Nokia LCD, Nokia phone LCDs, because they're smaller. Yeah, I'll look at that. I feel like I went through every LCD that LCSC sells though. I think I might not have. Every LCD that was in stock as well. There might have been some other requirements that I was looking for. I can't remember. It might also be that I didn't see all of them because they might come under some other name that's not been translated very well. Okay, so let's put an exclamation mark next to this to mark it as a thing that I've decided against right now. Color board is another one, if we want to do electronic stuff. So I ordered a bunch of LEDs some time ago. I thought it'd be fun to try to make a physical circuit board that has a bunch of different LEDs on it, going all the way from like the ultraviolet side, not like the dangerous ultraviolets, but just UVA, barely like scratching into the UV side, all the way up through the visible thing up to infrared. OpenGL and text rendering. Oh, OpenGL is the text rendering stuff will be for on the Unity side. Text renderer stuff. What is text renderer though? Yeah, OpenGL would be its very own thing that wouldn't be in Unity or related to rendering text. I would have to restart from scratch again though. You know, I don't have a strong desire to do OpenGL stuff right now. 43 up is fucking nice, Hakkun. Symmetric, wow. Those come in nicer sizes and aren't too different to deal with. Yeah, but I don't want an OLED. It's fun. That's far too modern looking. I really want an LCD. I want something that's just like I want fat pixels. And don't just tell me I can turn on blocks of 16 by 16 at a time. Jeez, it's not the same. But it's true though, there are way more modules of the size that I actually want that are OLEDs. Also, like, RGB LCDs are also available for a similar size. Yeah, and so I was thinking of making a little circuit board with these LEDs on them. What I did was I went through every LED that LCSC sells and filtered by ones that are actually in stock, of course, and tried to I went through them based on the wavelength of the color. So LEDs are the way they make light is it's not like a light bulb with like a wire filament that glows and then there's like a filter around it to only let certain colors through. They actually, the physics produces one wavelength of light, like a laser. And yeah, sometimes an LED actually does transmit more than one wavelength. Like for example, there are pink LEDs, and like pink light doesn't exist. That's a mixture of red and blue light, which are at opposite ends of the spectrum. But the way they do that is by being a blue LED that has some phosphor that then also absorbs some of the blue and re-emits it as red. But I didn't get any of those. I got LEDs that are just like one pure color. And yeah, and I was trying to get like a bunch of different ones. I wanted like a nice spread across the spectrum, and I was able to find a whole bunch. I wasn't able to find any cyan LEDs, like turquoise kind of aqua color. And I wonder if that's because those LEDs don't... I wonder if those LEDs are like blue with phosphor to re-emit green light or something. And so the blue and the green mixes. I couldn't find any LEDs with like a single wavelength in between. Or maybe just LCSC doesn't sell them. But anyway, I bought a bunch. I think 28 in total. And I was trying to get LEDs that are like small and not surface mount, so I can easily solder them. But some LEDs just were only available in surface mount. For like a certain color was only available as little surface mount LEDs. And they're not that small. They're not that bad. I could hand solder these. They're not too bad. And so I was thinking of the reason that I thought about this is because I thought it'd be cool to have like a real physical in front of you real life thingy, not like requiring calibrated monitors and stuff to look correct, like a real actual physical reference for this is what like 520 nanometers looks like. It's exactly this color because that's an LED that emits exactly that color, and that's just how it is. And you know, don't worry about white balance, and that's the color. You know, I guess it's like in a similar vein to like the Pantone color reference things, except this is like arguably better because it's like based on physics rather than what some company trademarks. It was the text rendering stuff. I glanced at it but hadn't had the time to... Yeah, Stewie did post an interesting link about drawing text using a shader to actually create the shapes of the characters. Or rather, the shapes are already made, but it's drawing them like as vector things rather than bitmap textures. The color will look different based on the brightness, even with the same wavelengths. You can't really control what happens after the light hits your eye. The color will look different based on the brightness, with the same wavelength. Really? Really? Text rendering using assigned distance fields. No. Let me see if I can find the link, actually. I'll drop it in the chat. I'm gonna do it, Stu. I'm doing it. No, Stu, I'm doing it. Stu, no, Stu, no, Stu, no, don't. Stu, no. Where is it? There it is. Oh, that's me. Boop! There we are. Not this time! Ignore the found something kind of cool. Sorry, that's just what Stu said in the original message. I was rushing so much to get the link, I couldn't... I didn't isolate just the link. And then there's a follow-up thing as well. I've lost OBS. Fuck! There it is. Anyway. Woodobble. Or is it Woodobby? Woodobby. That's you. So anyway, I was thinking, wouldn't this be a fun little thing to make? That's not, you know, incredibly niche. However, maybe someone somewhere would like want it. I could kid myself that, right? I love how this blog just has the 2 blog posts I sent. Oh wow, is that all they've done so far? So that's not meant to sound rude. It means like, wow, they're actually like focusing on this stuff. Means maybe there'll be other stuff like it in the future. Anyway, so I thought maybe in case somebody wants this in the future and like, I don't know, heaven forbid I want to sell it or something, maybe now is the time that I could try to learn KiCad 9. And so I wasted an hour of my life. It was actually a bit less, I think, but I've also done it in the past, so in total, it probably does add up to an hour. Reminding myself how to actually make a special template that is truly a blank sheet. Because watch this. If you make a new project normally, new project, let's call it not actually blank. So here's our new project. Let's look at the schematic. Before we can open the other screen. It is. Oh look! It's actually not blank. Look at all this. The sheet is only this big, and they're putting this mess down here. Can I select it and press delete? Fuck no, I can't. I have to have this. Wait, how do I zoom even? Wait, how do I zoom? Oh, I just scroll without pressing any modifier key. Yeah. I hope you like wasting space. Put the date there, except you can just look at the date modified on like the file properties in Explorer. Put the title there, except you can just look at the file name in Explorer. Anyway, sorry. So the way to get rid of this, oh my god, this is gonna take me a long time to get used to the fact that I just scroll, because Shift scroll does this and Control scroll does this, and I have to say it is nice that you can scroll on both axes with the scroll wheel, but it's gonna take me a while to realize that I just do nothing to zoom. Anyway, so yeah, to get around that, you actually have to load the drawing sheet editor. And then go here, and then delete everything. Now you can delete everything. And look, now it's wait, there we are. Now it's actually empty. Then you can save that, and then you can create a new schematic and choose this as the sheet, and then create a new PCB layout and create this as the sheet. Yes, even the PCB layout, has it down here. It's really hard to see, but it's there. Look at this. And then change the thing on there and point it to the drawing sheet editor, and then create a new folder, and in the templates folder, copy the project folder into the templates folder, then copy the fucking meta folder from an existing template and modify the HTML file in there to tell it the name of this new template, and all this just to make a fucking blank project because they don't know what a blank project means! Okay, so anyway, I've done that, and now we can exit that. And load KiCad 9 again. And why is this? Can I get rid of it? Wait, what do you mean close project? Is it open? Okay, it was open. Interesting. So now you can do new project from template and choose actually fucking blank as a template and press OK. And let's say actually blank. This is what our new project's going to be. And now we open the schematic. And wow, would you look at that? It's actually blank. Amazing, amazing. We have the technology in 2025 to make nothing. Same with the PCB. So I think what I might do is maybe practice using KiCad a bit. What do you mean it's in use? I literally just closed the project. Is this one still in use? No. Okay. The Svalbard undersea fiber optic link is 2 segments to mainland Norway. Each segment has a speed of 10 gigabits per second. That is really cute for an entire thing. Holy, oh my goodness. With a future potential capacity of 2,500 gigabits per second. Holy crap. That's, wow, that's room for expansion. Holy crap. 10 with capacity for 2,500? Wow. That's planning ahead. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if they fix the city bug where you can't modify text properties from the little properties panel thingy. Have they fixed text? That's the name of this project. Let's go to the PCB layout. I know I don't have a schematic yet, but whatever. So let's add some text. How do we do this again? Text. Hello. Let's make it on a different layer so we can actually see it more easily. Let's put it on the front sill screen layer, sure. Okay, it's there now. Alright, let's see if we can change the properties of it. So I click this, right? And this appears. Now, can I click the italic box to make it italic? Oh my god, they fixed it. Okay, nice. Nice. That should be good. Wait. Hang on. This might just be because it's using the built-in font and not actually... Wait a minute, wait a minute. This isn't like a font that is installed, right? This is like a built-in thing, right? Hold on. I'm curious now. Notepad. Format. Font. KiCad. Yeah, it's not actually a real font, it's a built-in thing. So let's try a actual true type font, like literally anything. Noto Sans, sure. Hello. There it is. Can we do italic? Oh my god, I think I might have fixed it. Nice. Nice. Good job.
They fixed it.
I think they fixed it. Hi, Misaka. Hi. Thank you very much for the resub. Is it for the follow? Hi. 8 months already. What is going on? Wait. So if I reload the project, hold on. If I reload the project where that was broken, I'm assuming it would work now. Open project. Ruler. Oh, sorry. PCB. Refollow? Thank you for the refollow. You can if you want. Actually, it would kind of be useful because it would see if it would show me if follows are broken. But also, you don't have to get rid of the history of you having been following for a long time. I'm not sure if the follows are done through PubSub or not. Hi, Remarch. Welcome. Oh, nice! It works! Thank you very much for the follow, Slayer. Okay, so... or Slayer, I'm not sure of the correct pronunciation. Thank you. Thank you. I was actually hoping... whatever, it's a useful test to make sure that it's working. So that's not using PubSub, that's good to know. Anyway, so here's a 1, right? A 1 digit. I'm gonna press italic. They actually have fixed it. Nice! Very nice. Wait, it's not just italic, right? No, bold works as well. Okay, this is great. Because in KiCad 8, this was not working. I feel a need to now load KiCad 8, which I still have installed, just to prove it. Here we are, KiCad 8. File, open project. Ruler, yes, this one. Hope the Raymarch is doing alright as well. And Misaka. And Slayer. It's taking some time to open. Is it doing something? It's not doing anything. How many times do I need to do this before it loads? Okay, there it goes. One. Well, for a start, this interface has for some reason gone halfway off the screen, but let me fix that for you. Wait, why is it? Oh, it wasn't maximized. Okay, never mind. Alright, italic. There you go. That's how it used to be. It doesn't actually change this when you do it. And so to make it change, you'd have to go on it. And look, it's showing italic there, But when you go on OK, now it updates. So you have to do it on here anyway, so you might as well just do it on there. Anyway, I'm glad they fixed that. Nice. I think I can actually get rid of KiCad 8 then, because that's... Does it do it if you reload the project? I think we tried that once before, right? Didn't it like get... I think it did not fix... Hold on. Well, let's double check. And this is KiCad 8, which I'm not going to be using, so... I guess the point is a little moot now, but let's do it anyway. Italic. Ticked. Save. Exit. Let's reload it. And it's still not italic, but if you click on it, italic is still on. And now it's fixed. And now it's off. And now it's really off. Anyway, I'm gonna uninstall KiCad 8 right now. I'm slightly worried, but I've also hardly done anything in KiCad 8, so... You know, it's not like I've made footprints. Well, not really. Okay, hold on. Control panel! KiCad 8.0. Drawing sheet editor is currently running. Is it? Oh, it is. Why? But that's drawing sheet editor of KiCad 9. Why do I need to close KiCad 9 to uninstall KiCad 8? Concerning. Okay, now we're uninstalling KiCad 8. Would you like to remove all stored KiCad settings? I would actually, because I've already imported those into KiCad 9. So that should be okay to get rid of. Zip. Removing documentation. There appears to be a lot of documentation. Okay. Are they not in the same place? No, they're they have a separate 7.0, 8.0, 9.0 folders, subfolders in app data. Alright, start new project, I guess. New project from template. Actually fucking blank. Should probably remove the word fucking eventually, but it was cathartic at the time, so, you know. Should be able to delete this now as well, right? Have they fixed text? Let's call this, what did I call it here? Color board. I'll call it the same here, color board. Strange name, but whatever. I'm a strange cat, so. Are they versioned? They are versioned, yeah. Okay, so I guess first I would need to know the data sheets for them, which I've handily downloaded before stream. This is all of them. A lot of them are just like 3mm LEDs with like standard 2.5mm spacing between the pins. 2.54. And a very, very few of them I could only find in 5mm, and also a few I can only find in surface mount. But I think all the surface mount are the same size. So I'd only need to make one pattern, if there isn't already a pattern or footprint. So... Oh, the very first one is actually surface mount. Interesting. So yeah, it's like this thing that's sort of flat on the board, but it's got a dome over the top, which is kind of interesting. And this is 3.5mm wide, which is not super small when it comes to surface mount stuff. I'd be able to solve this. Anyway, what is the wavelength of this one? 365 nanometers, which is UV, right? Blue is like 420, 450 kind of region, right? So this is actually UV. I wonder if our eyes would be able to see it, but probably not. But this is UVA territory, right? So yeah, I went from the extreme of one side up to the extreme of the other side. I mean, not really extreme. I didn't want to be doing harmful UVC stuff. I'm not the kind of person that throws parties about NFTs. UV? Oh my goodness. Where are we? Yeah, so I don't even know what the board would look like. I'm gonna be honest. With 28 LEDs, if each of them are drawing 20 milliamps, then 28 times 0.02 adds just over half an amp. Assuming that they'd all be running at that brightness. Assuming that they'll be running at that current, I thought they would be, but yeah, that's like, you know, if I'm wanting to make it powerable by USB, that seems like not a bad idea, right? I would need to run them all a bit less. So that's actually probably not too bad. That's actually probably not too bad. And honestly, if I'm trying to sort of brightness match the LEDs by using different, you know, resistors, then some of them are probably running at far lower current. Like I've had to do with my LED. Oh, I should show that off actually. My LED displays, my MIDI LED displays. I got everything wired up, all 4 of them, and the new interface board recently. And everything seems to work. I'm quite amazed. But let me just show these off then. I haven't shown this on stream yet. I mean, this is the first stream I've done this. Is it actually? It's one of the first streams I've done since then. Anyway, so here is the here's the board. Ta-da! I got that. I'm glad you got that reference, by the way. I hoped someone would. So this is the interface board I made, and yeah, it's just sitting on top of the Arduino. And here are the 4 displays. Look, they're already lighting up. Yep, the MIDI cable's going in, none's coming out. Although I have tested that the MIDI 3 does work as well, which is really nice. There is actually a thing I need to fix on it. I don't feel like working on that right now, but it's in the code on the Arduino. It's not in hardware, thankfully. I can't believe the first version of this board seems to actually, like, everything seems to work. The only thing I haven't tested, I've even tested the reset button and stuff, and using this pin here to reset it also works. The only 2 things I've not tested on this board are this, A1 and A0. And these are the 2, these are connected to the analog input pins, A1 and A0. Just, you know, as a way that I could add something if I wanted to there. It could like be a knob, it could be buttons. Yeah. These are going to be attached to like a piece of wood eventually, just because wood is easier to work with than plastic, easier to find than plastic anyway. There's like real life places I can get it from. I don't have to order it from especially online and stuff. And I've already got one cut to the correct size. And so, yeah, this will be on these LED displays will be on the front of the board, and this will be on the back of the board. By the way, this little thing here, this piece of cardboard envelope thingy, is just there to isolate to insulate the pins on here from the pins on here. I don't want it to get all zappy. Yeah, and then there'll be some, like, maybe a couple of buttons on the front as well. And also the reset button. And surprise! Here's the other side. Ta-da! Wait, why can't I not get my shiny eyes? There we are. Look, they're all working. The board is going into there, and it's chaining down to the here, and like they're all on, and they're all like rock solid. They're not flickering at all. This green LED is supposed to be on. That's channel 10, set to percussion mode. By default. This is also a thing I need to fix in how it works with Yamaha MIDI messages and stuff, because when I finally connected a physical keyboard, which is the Yamaha, to this, and like played some demo songs that I stored on the keyboard, and like it worked, but occasionally I'd get the wrong idea of whether a channel should or should not be percussion. So I have a rough idea of why that is. I'm not in the mood to fix it right now though. I hope you enjoy KiCad. So far I don't but maybe I can tolerate it. Blinky blinks. Have a nice sleep, KiCad. Hi, Hakun. Sorry. Okay. So also I might want to make it so that you can maybe I'll make it so that you can like turn on and off certain LEDs on the board, but like I'm still gonna want them laid out in a line, and like the layout is quite important. So maybe I should just like what is the best way to do this? With DipTrace, the workflow is to make a footprint for your component if there isn't one already, then make the component if there isn't one already. So the footprint is like for in the PCB editor, and the component is for in a schematic. The like the theoretical, the logical way that things are connected inside. And then after those two things, you make the schematic, and then from the schematic you make the PCB. I'm assuming it's kind of similar in KiCad. We have here a symbol editor, which would be like the component editor of DipTrace, and a footprint editor, that would be like the pattern editor of DipTrace, and the PCB and the schematic editor. And you've got some extra things. Basically the same? Okay. Okay. So that would mean that if I wanted to do this, I should probably make sure that there are footprints of everything, of every LED. Make the, and then make the symbols, one for each LED. Basically, there aren't going to be many footprints. I think there'll only be 3 different footprints. One for the SMD one for the 3mm LED, and one for the 5mm LED. And I'd be shocked if there weren't already footprints for 3 and 5mm LEDs. And then I guess I'd need to make one symbol for every LED. I don't know if I would. And then I'd just like put them on a schematic, if you like. Not even connected up, just like thrown onto the paper, unwired. And then I can make a PCB from the schematic. Obviously there'd be no like, I assume there'd be like rat lines or something to tell you how to connect things. No shocking the LEDs. I'll try. Should already be symbols for LEDs. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there like the concept of a schematic being linked with the PCB editor, so that if you change something in the schematic, you can like update the PCB layout to bring in the new components without like having to route or position all the stuff? Okay, nice. I'm sorry for like I feel like kind of spoiled right now. This is like actual streamer privilege. Like I'm not even reading the documentation, which I really should be. Because I read through like all of DipTrace. I actually physically printed off all of DipTrace's documentation before I even bought it, and like read through it all over the course of a few days. I haven't done that with KiCad, so I'm not really giving it a fair, shot, I guess. But I very much appreciate people in the chat. Fault, welcome by the way. I don't think I said hi. And trades telling me about this. Hi Fifi, welcome. Hi. Alright, then let's go to schematic, I guess. Okay. Alright. Let's go through them all. How would this work? So, if this exact LED component exists, then great, I don't need to do anything. Otherwise, I'll look to see if the footprint for it exists. And if it doesn't, I'll make the footprint, and then I'll make a symbol for it, I guess. Normal workflow is create schematic symbols if you have to, but you can use built-in LED symbol. Assign footprints for each symbol. The footprint is not built into the symbol. So you gotta add like symbol and footprint in the schematic point. Okay, that means that I don't need to make individual components for every LED. That's actually probably a nice thing. What happened to the other CAD program? Well, I only have a non-commercial license for it, so if I were to make something in it, I wouldn't, like, you know, if I were to design a board and have it fabricated, I wouldn't be able to sell it commercially, so... I feel like I eventually do want to make things to maybe have as like a merch, like super unique merch. I don't know if anyone's gonna want to buy it, and I have no idea how to actually send it even, really, without doxing myself yet. But I thought, yeah, you know, might be nice to like keep the door open for that possibility. And I really talk about the long uke ruler. Oh, the I actually didn't make the long uke part. Long uke park? Oh my god! Should that be the name of the Tamagotchi? Long Nuke Park? And she can... Wait, that's so cute! Of course, because she like slides around in the grass. Because she's like a little worm-like creature. Oh my god, long... Okay, I'm gonna write the name of that in the project folder just to... In case I... Info. Possible names. Long Nuke Park. There we are. I'll probably add to that in the future, possibly not. Long Uke Park is so good. It was a speaker, I didn't mean to say it. The ruler itself, though, I did start making a ruler. Well, it was almost like a test, actually. It was more like a test for learning stuff about KiCad. It was just going to be a ruler with a bunch of like references of ships of different sizes and SMD sizes. So we have the usual thing along the top, which is centimeters. And I guess on the other side I could put inches, but there isn't really space right now for inches along the bottom like you'd normally find on a ruler, at least over here. Got a bunch of different, like, chips of different sizes overlaid on top of each other here for things. I don't know if this is all... I don't know if I'll keep all of these or anything. But yeah, it's all very much, very, very, like, possible, potential things. Not decided on. And then there's like a bunch of things here for the... Is it possible to rotate the view? Doesn't look like it. Wait, board, flip board? Oh, it's literally just the other way around, yeah, okay. A bunch of different like resistor and capacitor sizes for SMD, with all of the really not very common big ones taking up most of the space, and the more common big ones like taking up a third of the space. I mean common small ones, sorry. Look at how insanely small this thing is. What? A name for what? Oh, a name for if I eventually make like a Tamagotchi style physical LCD pet thing featuring Long Uke. Press A, windows come up, search for thing, select thing, click the place. Alright, yeah, let's have a search for it. Let's give the other one back. Where are we? Color board. Schematic. It would, right? I know. If we I'll then try it. A. Holy, oh, my computer! Ah! that was some lag. Sorry. I'm not sure why that caused my entire computer to lag for a moment there. I heard myself from the past repeat A. Anyway, what are we looking for? We're looking for... that's the wrong notepad. Where's the other notepad? Wait, it's not notepad, it was... this. Where are we? Datasheets. Wait. Yeah, that's the one. This, I ordered most of these. I have not ordered these two, which I probably should, but because these two are only available from Funnel, which is an electronics supplier in my country. It searches the file systems quite aggressively the first time, apparently. Okay, so let's have a look at... Wait, no, I only would have got one of these, right? No, I wouldn't. kind of a crazy model number. Like, it's the same thing, and then the model number has the size, and the model number has the color in the in the name. Anyway, I guess let's just search for this, because this is like probably the most chunky part. I'd be surprised if it was there. It's not there. So the footprint is what we actually care about, I guess. But I don't know how I'd find it. I think pretty much every component I've searched for currently on DipTrace hasn't existed. Sorry, on KiCad hasn't existed. I'm guessing the WS2811 that I used on my... Oh, it does exist! Okay, nice. Nice. It does exist. Wait, why is it showing 8 pins? The WS2811 has 6 pins. What? Is it not? No, I must be misremembering this. Yeah, there's not enough pins to account for everything then. Out red, green, blue. Then you need ground, supply, data in and data out. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it must be 8 pins. What is it? Oh, there. This looks like a backwards 2. There should be a bunch of different ones. There's just this one, but this is correct. I'm not even going to be using the LED driver for this. Well, I wasn't planning to. I guess I could. It is an LED driver after all, and this is going to be a board with LEDs on it. But like, I don't want to have to put a little microcontroller on there and program it to just send out simple things for this. That seems like a waste of a microcontroller, and just like needlessly complicating things. You've searched just WS. I feel like it's going to make it a lot. It's not. Oh, there's 2812 there. Nice. 2811. So it doesn't have a footprint for 2811. 2812. This is the LED with the driver built in. That's... Oh, it literally says RGB LED with integrated controller. Yeah, the driver is what I want, but... I mean, it's not what I want for this project. This is just an example of something that I thought I had searched for in the past, but hadn't found. But... I don't know if it... Even if it wasn't there in the previous version, it is in this one. Okay, so we need a footprint. We need a footprint. We need a footprint. I feel like I should change the Twitch category at this point if I'm doing electronic stuff. We'll wait for that Twitch page to load, and in 5 minutes maybe I can change it. Okay, the footprint is this. By the way, this is not even a translated PDF or anything, and they've put an image over the top of the Chinese text, which is quite amazing. And English text. What PCB are you designing today? I'm maybe making a circuit board with a bunch of LEDs all of different colors, wavelengths specifically, as like a reference for what the wavelengths look like. I'm not sure if it'll be helpful, but SparkFun is a KiCad library they released on GitHub. SparkFun. So SparkFun is a website that has a bunch of, like, they make their own boards, right? They design their own boards and sell them. I'm not a huge fan of SparkFun as a company. I've tried to buy things from them before, but the things they were selling, like, didn't have any ESD. Like, they were selling a sound, like, codec board, which had, like, a 3.5mm headphone socket on it with no ESD protection. Like, what are you doing? And there are people complaining that, yeah, it broke for them. And so, anyway. Not sure if it'd be helpful, but SparkFun has a KiCad library they released. So I'm guessing that would have, like, maybe they fixed that by now, I don't know. But it sure wasn't before. Maybe, so what would they have? Would they just have all of the components that they use on their boards? Because, like, they don't make components, right? They're not like a component manufacturer. Okay. Yeah, maybe that'd be useful. I also, wait a minute. Some common stuff like LEDs and whatever else. Okay, I recently discovered there was a website called, I've forgotten already. Yeah, one sec, let me find it again. Where is it? Hold on. Something library. Ultra Librarian. Which is a website that you have to register at to be able to use it. And it shows your email address at the top right of every single page. And when you're registering, you have to say what company you work for and what industry you work in. So my company is named, what's it called? I think it's named You Are Allowed to Have Electronics as a Hobby Limited. I think is what I named my company. I'll have a search on there right now to see if they have this. They do. They have this one and they have this one. Wow. Okay. Let's try downloading it. I'm doing this off screen. I mean, do I have my it's specifically like an email address that I wouldn't mind that much being public because I made it specifically for VTubing. I can't remember if I've actually made it public yet though. I haven't got any spam to it yet, so I probably haven't made it public yet. Right. No symbol available, no footprint available. Oh, okay, so it's showing up in the search results actually doesn't mean that they have it. No symbol available, no footprint available. What is this website? They're just knowing that it exists? Okay, cool. Well, that's useless. What about the next one? Wait, is that actually the name of it? Why am I looking there instead of in my text file where it's like... Yeah, that is actually the name of it. Let's search for this. They know it exists. They don't have a symbol. They even have a photo of the parts, actually, from LCSC showing up. But they don't have a symbol available, they don't have a footprint available. Let's try the next one. I realized I haven't copied the entire thing. But there it is. Wait, what? Aha! Okay, what is going on here? Hold on. What is going on here? So, look at this. Here it is. That's the one. Right there. You click on it. No exact match found. Okay, let's try this one then, question mark? Even though it says WS2812B, which doesn't sound like it's really relevant at all, but let's click it anyway. There is a footprint available. Nice. Unfortunately, it's the wrong item, so... I think I'm gonna Control W this website. I had a fake company name once on a piece of eBay order, and customs called me about it. If this website calls me about a fucking... this website that's meant to be providing, like, footprints and stuff for free, calls me regarding my company called People Are Allowed to Have Electronics as a Hobby Limited, I will delete the account. Hi, Meatloaf. Welcome, welcome. Keep it off screen? Yeah, I am. How's the Meatloaf doing? How's the meat? Right, so no surprises. Anyway, I need to make a footprint. Where is the footprint thingy? I haven't loaded this one before. Ah, that's not true. This program is wildly aggressive. Understands regarding... I mean, it makes sense regarding thing that's coming through customs, though. I mean, it sucks. Crazy if they require you to put a company on it. GLC doesn't. How's Uke? I'm okay. I'm a little bit sleepy as well. I just got a message, sleepy, but overall, okay overall. I'm glad you're okay overall. This music needs to calm down just a little bit. Why is it so loud? Okay, let's look at this. So That's the only part where there's a drawing, right? Or do they have a dedicated pattern thingy? Nah, okay, we'll just base it on this. Okay. So I need to put something on like the silk screen layer then to mark where the outlines are. These pads are entirely underneath as well. Actually might make soldering a pain. Do the pads go up the sides at all? I hope they do. If they do, I'll design it with the pads going over the edges a little bit. There's a 3.5 by 2.8 millimeter LED footprint. Wait, that sounds perfect. Wait, okay, so how do I use it? Hang on, where am I? I mean, I guess I can load it from here. Do I press A? I do not. I guess I... 3.5, 2.8? LED SMD. This sounds promising. Yeah, the shape is a little different. Wait, is it? The footprint is... This looks kind of the same, doesn't it? There's a big one there and a small one there. I can make measurements, I guess, to see. How does one make measurements? Measure tool. 0.5 millimeters between the pads. Okay, that's 0.5. Nice. Wait, is it? Hang on, it's showing. It is. And it's 2 millimeters tall, plus minus 0.1. That is 2. Where is the actual measurement written, by the way? Because like I'm seeing text here. So this is not quite 2, it's slightly more than 2. How do I see what the actual length is? Where does it say the actual length? Do I just have to like zoom in really far and read it myself? I guess it's 2.1. It's 0.55? Oh, okay. I must have misseen that. Is R the distance? Wait, why am I measuring from that? 2.1. X is the difference in X, Y, and Y. Oh, it's difference! Okay, I thought it was like absolute coordinates. Okay, thank you. 1.85. Yeah, anyway, these pads are the right distance apart. And so I reckon it'll be okay. They're a little wider than the ones on here. But I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think that'll be good, actually. Let me just grab one of the LEDs. I want to see if around the edge... Wait a second, I still haven't changed the Twitch category. What should I make it? Just chatting, that's probably not the right one. Maker? Makers and crafting? Sure. Let me grab an LED. Oh my god, I nearly just made my phone fall off my bed right onto my face. I'm also gonna hydrate. I'm remembering slightly to hydrate. This is... Well, like, I've never done a stream where I haven't had a hydrate command before, I think. Redeem. That was a good frozen position. Yeah. Popwin. Oh, Puin. Puin, not Popwin. Oh, it's Sleepy Pudding. But she has Puin as her prefix. That's cute. I mean, the name doesn't match. I think I actually don't know that pudding. It's a different... I think it's a different pudding that I remember the name of. Well, I don't remember the name of, unfortunately, but... Is that someone I know? She doesn't look like how I remember. I thought she had, like, golden hair. must be thinking of someone else. This one? No, that's not the bag. This is this one. This is one big bag. Holy. Yes, this is the big bag of LEDs. I feel like I should show some of this on the stream actually, like with the desk hand white clown glove cam. Okay, I'm looking for anyone which is the surface mount ones because I think they're all the same size. 3.5, 3.5, 5, 3.5. Ah, here we are. Well, they actually are smaller than I remember. They actually are a little smaller than I remember. Okay, let's open them up. It's probably still solderable. Let's see. A little bit of tape over the end here. Taking one out. It's now in my hands. Ah! Oh my god, I just dropped it. Oh! Okay, they're very small when you drop one and you're looking for it. Yeah, the metal is technically exposed at the sides, but it doesn't go up, like, up the side. Might be a little annoying to solder. Might be a little annoying to solder. If you think I do know her, then maybe it is the person that I'm thinking of. There's also Sayu Pudding that I might be confusing her with. Trying to get the thing back in the tape reel thingy. Pick and place reel. Okay. I wonder if I make the pads a little wider, extending over the edge, if it even would be solderable like that. You know, allowing the solder to sort of flow in from the side to the LED. I wonder. Excuse me. Okay, how wide is this? Is this the... Wait, is it not measured? Oh, it is. Okay. Wait, what? There we go. That's 2.8. And that's 3.5. Okay. I reckon this footprint is this. Basically. For this. Which is nice. But I might need to change it slightly. To have the pads just a little wider still. Just for soldering in a non-ideal way. Because obviously that's made for like if you have solder paste. I've never done solder paste before. It works on WS2812s. It works on WS2812s. What do you mean? Oh! Well, I don't know what a WS2812... Doesn't that actually have bits that go up the edge? Hold on. Let's have a look. WS2812 LEDs. It's probably just going to show LED strings. Yeah, these go up the edge a bit. So here the LEDs go up the things here go up the edge a little bit. So that makes sense that would work. But unfortunately the ones that I have could actually just take a photo and show you, but I'll try and draw it instead. They're sort of like on the underneath there is a pad, right? But it just goes, it just like is cut hard like that. It's like the thinnest little edge there, and it's not. It doesn't like wrap up like this, unfortunately. I wonder if that would be enough to attract the soldier turn. I mean, I could probably bodge it somehow, but I don't know. This is a nice photo, by the way. This is a cool photo. Look at all those little bond wires. Have a nice looks, you. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, alright, so this is probably what I'll want to use. The pad actually does overlap the edge slightly already, but I'd probably make it overlap slightly further. So if I want to make it overlap slightly further, is this thing like there's like several things here. Oh, this is the sill screen. Yeah, okay. I don't know why it's drawing a box down like that. Seems a bit weird. That's not really... Okay, whatever. Is this like the courtyard? Keep out something or other? Yeah, okay. Okay. Where's the grid stuff? Grid settings I'm looking for. Show grid. Grid overrides. Place. Grid origin. It's the grid itself I wanna change. Top of screen center. Ah! Thank you. Is there not half of this? There is not. They start going down to... like, how would I explain this? Metric fractions of an inch. If that's not an oxymoron. Okay, let's just expand it a little this way. Yeah. Is that gonna work? That seems to work. Maybe I should make the keep out wider. I don't know. Oh, that went shorter. Why did that one go shorter? Okay, it doesn't now. I guess it has to do with the direction I drag it in. Let me test that. Okay. Versus if I just drag straight up. Wait, did it do it again? No, it didn't. Straight left. Whatever. You have to change project to use millimeters. No, I just wanted to go to like half of 0.254. Like 0.122. What would that be? 0.127. Yeah, 0.127. Wait, no, half of this. Half of 0.635. I'm making my own grids. I think this is okay. Okay, I want to save this, but I don't really want to overwrite this. So... create new footprint, question mark? I want to discard it. I don't want to save over this either, though. Save as? Oh, okay. LED... but wider. You have to create a new library. What happens if I don't? That's not stored in LED SMD. Does it just let me do that? It would appear so. But if I wanted to make a new one, new library, global project, global. Not in footprints, 9.0. Libraries. Library.pretty. What? Oh yes, pretty files. They're very clearly KiCad related. Own library. Now let's save that in. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, so I should be able to delete this from here now. Alright, delete footprint from library. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I think that's right. And I think that's the only SMD size that I have. So you'd expect 3.5 and... Sorry, 3 and 5. You'd expect 3 and 5mm LEDs to have footprints already. So I guess I close this now? And... Is this over here going to understand that my library exists? Okay, I need to place a symbol, so... A generic LED, I guess? Light emitting diode, sure. Boop. Boop. Bugs me that those arrows are coming out and down instead of up. Can I flip it? I'm gonna press a random key and see if it flips in. Nope. Control. Maybe I shouldn't be pressing random keys. Edit. View. Ah. There we go. Okay, so it needs a footprint, right? Update symbol, change symbol, edit library symbol, edit symbol? That seems to literally just be for the symbol. Also, what is this mess of text? 9. Press F. Edit footprint field. Okay, I kind of want to know how to do that, not just with keyboard shortcuts, because I will never remember the keyboard shortcuts to begin with. Select, move, drag, align, transform, attributes. Why are these different heights? What the fuck? I've never seen a menu with different item heights. What is this? Edit main fields, auto place, edit with some properties? Oh, this? It's like pause, and then a third line wants to come in and say hi, but it's like didn't quite finish rushing in quickly enough. But wider. There it is! It knows that it exists. Okay, nice. Assign footprints. At the top middle-ish, assign footprints. Footprint editor. Oh, there! Assign footprints. Run a footprint assignment tool. I guess that would do it for like... Would that let you do it for like every object then that doesn't yet have a footprint? Oh my goodness. Looks like it. Okay, this actually looks kind of nice. I mean, it'd be nice if it like showed you a preview of the footprint. So... okay. So this one is... How should I be naming these, I wonder? Let's see. Maybe I should name them based on their wavelength. Maybe. I mean, this is just a thing that can be printed on the board, right? It's got its reference of D1. So I could just give it a value of like, or a name of 365, I would assume. This might be a little confusing. And I can just check this to find out what the model blah blah. Okay, so 395 would be for the next one. Why is this text not like centered? Why is it like... I mean, the D1 is centered with 365, but the 365 isn't centered with the symbol. What is this? It bugs me. It says it's centered as well. Centered on what? I guess that's just the alignment of the text. Mirror around? No. Pin functions. It looks a bit naff. Trying different mouse and modifier key combinations. Ah! Wait, was it just clicking twice? I think it's just clicking twice. You have to edit the symbol to move the components of it. Okay, so it's just a badly made symbol. Okay, that would appear to be centered. No worries. They might also have added things, you know. They have made changes. Because they fixed the bug of properties not applying. This is... I was thinking I was going to be doing dark things. Well, I guess we will eventually, but... Change my brightness slightly. Okay, so we've got our first one. Let's copy and paste. Here's our second one. And these are going to be in a row horizontally on the actual board, so... Oh, nice. I just muscle memory pressed R to rotate and it actually worked. So this one's going to be 395. It's going to be the same footprint. I love it when I just muscle memory press a keyboard shortcut and it just works. Going from Photoshop to Clip Studio Paint was very much like that. There's quite a lot of keyboard shortcuts that I know from Photoshop that work on Clip Studio Paint. Like Control-Shift-N for a new layer, if I remember rightly. Alright, what is this one? What is this one? HLA 35 blah 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 blah. Yeah, this one. This is... Is that the same package? The side looks suspiciously different. Recommended soldering pattern. This is different. It is still 3.2 by 2.8. Or 3. Wait, was the other one 3.5 by 2.8? Do you guys know why stuff with Twitch is broken? Yeah, so Twitch is... So Twitch provides like an API for people who are making things to interact with like redeems and just different things that are like different Twitch features. And they are deprecating an entire way of doing this. So they're like, you know, to okay, I'm gonna say this in as provocatively as possible, not in a sexual way. In order to secure their jobs, some people decided, you know what, we've been using this thing that's working for far too long. Let's throw it away and make it brand new and force everybody who uses our systems to recode everything to use the new system. And people will do it because what other choices do they have? So yeah, what they're doing is they're bringing in a new system, and the old one is not actually officially deprecated. Well, I mean, yeah, it is deprecated. It's not officially turned off yet until the 15th of April, but they are doing like a trial run, kind of almost, or more like I guess, yeah, Myriad said earlier, it's more like they're scaring people into into changing it. But yeah, they're doing a scheduled temporary turning off of this API system from 7 p.m. yesterday my time to 7 p.m. tomorrow my time, 48-hour period. This is not the first one they've done. They've done it a few days like before, like maybe a few dozen days before. I don't remember the exact dates, but I got an email telling me like the dates that they'd be doing this. I didn't happen to stream when they were doing it previously, so it didn't affect me. But I am streaming today, and I haven't updated my thing to work with the new system yet, because I thought I was going to use Alkaline's library because I thought she'd made one, but it turns out she's not finished making it yet. I thought she had, but or maybe she has finished making the Rust part, but she has not made it like compatible with like a C# thing for it yet. And my interface is made with Unity, which uses C#. So I didn't know. I thought she'd already made it. If I'd known that she hadn't, I probably would have gone with like expired popsicles one because she's done one as well. Although I'm not actually sure if hers works with C# either. I know there's not really a shortage of people in this sphere who have been making their own libraries for interacting with Twitch. Yeah, so I've specifically turned off redeems on my channel right now because they won't work with my setup currently, and I don't want people wasting their points. So yeah, to avoid people wasting them, I've turned them off. Just think of it as you're building up extra points. As someone at the beginning of the stream said, just imagine all the extra slices of cheese you'll be able to throw from the extra points you get today. Hi, Sleepy Tail Coder. Welcome, welcome. Got a bit more 9s on our KPI figures. Oh my god, yes. Management wants an AI button. Please remake. Hey, they're my points. I can miss them however I want. Actually, that's true. There are still a few built-in Twitch redeems, like highlight my message, that are on. Which my streaming setup has never supported. And that's on purpose. I actively made a choice to not support that, because I feel like the kind of people who usually use highlight my message, you know, it's like someone standing up in the class and being like, hey everyone, listen to what I want to say. Hey, I like trains. So I thought I won't bother to add that to the streaming setup. But I left the redeem on just in case. I like trains too. Cheese. Yeah, that does sound like a thing they could shout. Also, hi Minnie, welcome. I really don't like trains. They're scary. Anyway, what's this? This is 3.2 by 2.8. And this is 3.5 by 2.8. God damn it, that's slightly different. Ah! Slightly different. I could probably use the same pattern though, right? Like the height is the same. The width is a little smaller. So if anything, it doesn't actually need the pads to be extending as far. Our pads are like asymmetrical. They go a bit further on one side than the other. But like if I wanted to be lazy, I could probably use this pattern and it would probably work fine, right? It just might pull the component into a bit of a weird different position. But I mean, my soldering is going to be god awful on this anyway because I'm going to be hand soldering SMD stuff, so you know. All of them are off because the integration doesn't work. I literally, you joined in the middle of me explaining why they're off. But yes, there's a pinned message about it. Have a nice Lux News. Thanks for hanging out. Nude without TTS poems? It's unheard of. Like, silence where sound should live. The rhythm, the lines, the playful spin. Without them, where do we begin? Each verse clicks like keys beneath a stream, turning thoughts to text, then voice to dream. It's crafting in motion, code turned to song, a habit that stayed all night long. So when the chat's quiet and poems don't flow, something's off, and we all know. TTS or not, the poems stay true, because nude without them just wouldn't do. I could have ended that at TTS or not, the poems stay. They're right there in the chat. There you go, I read it myself. It was analog TTS. I missed the cheese redeem. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. Thank you for the claps. I could also just... Oh, I couldn't! Ugh, I could in a very painful way manually use TTS, but... I could in a very easy way use this
voice.
That TTS voice. Piss redeem? Oh yeah, I should probably be pissing actually. Good piss girl. Please hydrate for me. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. I need to hydrate. I should piss as well. It's not even called pith. Why am I suddenly calling it pith? Oh wait, what is this? A symbol? I just saw the symbol. What is this? Why? Why is the light coming out of the LED backwards? I've never seen an LED symbol drawn with the arrows coming like in the opposite direction. Anyway, don't question lamp. Okay, sure. This one's pointing this way. Can bat has pats too? Pat. There you go. I should go and say the kidneys. I should. It's a thing I should do. Okay, so 365 and 395 are fine. I'm gonna be naughty at the moment and use the same symbol for this one, which I'm gonna call 405. I should also check the datasheet because these numbers that I'm pulling or typing are from LCSC, and there's a chance that they didn't, you know. There's a chance that something's wrong. I should check what the actual datasheet says. The datasheet's word is gospel, right? So, alright, let's see what the next one is. XL304. Are we into through-hole territory? Ah, hell yeah, okay. Let's have a look. There must be 3mm, right? Appearance dimension F3. F3? Are we in camera territory? There it is. Diameter 3mm of the inner part. The outer ring thing here is 3.8. Alright, 3mm. You can add the LCSC part number to the symbol for easy exporting when you later order. I already have all of these LEDs in real life. But yeah, that's probably a thing I should do, right? I mean, if I were making a symbol, sorry, yeah, a component on DipTrace, I would add it. But I already have it, so. This is my reference. This here is my reference for now. Oh, actually, I don't even have the... Huh! I don't even have the part numbers written on here. That's a bit bad. I have all the part numbers written on here, though. So, that's okay. Oh, by the way, they've actually removed one of the parts that I've bought since, Wait, why don't I have the part numbers for these? What the fuck? They've actually removed some items since I bought them. When I was looking up some of these, one of these, I don't remember which one it was, it's no longer on LCSC, which is kind of fun. Anyway, 4 or 5. So I guess I wouldn't be able to mass produce this then, ha ha ha, as if I was ever going to do that. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, this one, right. So I'm gonna copy this for a start, and I'm gonna call this 460. 460. The footprint needs to change though. So we want 3mm? Question mark? What about 3mm LED? Oh, through hole, right. Wait, this is rectangular. That's not what I want. 3.3mm? Do I need like 3.0mm? I do. And that's exactly what I need. Well, there's one. Here's one with wider legs and 3 pins. What's the difference between this and this? Absolutely nothing in terms of footprint. Absolutely nothing there in terms of footprint as well. Ooh, it's gonna be lying flat. That's neat. Is that the same as well? It is. They're all the same! Okay, we'll just go with this one. Boop! Boop! Might have different 3D models. Ah! Okay. Wait, is the model included with the footprint? I've made and ordered too many keyboard PCBs from JLC. Oh, that sounds fun! That sounds fun! I want to make something that's like fun or usable sometime. Many of them have 3D models included. Okay. Yeah, I do want to make some kind of interface as well. Like, something for me streaming, you know? Like something with sliders and... Or, well, sliders are really expensive, so probably knobs, but sliders would be nice. Yeah, but to make it look nice would require like knowing anything about 3D printing and stuff. 468 for the next one. We're getting kind of close to each other. 468. I might not put all of these on the board in the end. Anyway, what is this? If they're ones that are too similar next to each other, XL304. I think it's in order, right? XL304. Okay, this is. What's it? This is. Wait, ready? Wait, what? Is this the one I just did? Where's the one I just did? Is it? Yeah, it's the one I just did. What the fuck? Next one is this. MHL501. This one is 4.8 millimeters wide here. Oh, wait. 4.8 down to this arbitrary part of the cap, but not actually this. Okay, so it's a 5 millimeter LED. 5 millimeter, 5.0. I guess I need to type LED. Looks good to me. If you know there's macro pads with knobs, if you mean sliders for volume. For all kinds of things, like moving myself around and blah 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 blah. Well, basically just that, to be honest. Currently. Oh, and yeah, and for volume. I forgot I do have this set up, don't I? So I can change volume in that way. Ray tracing coders? I want something with absolute precision. I want it to be able to stop at limits. A keyboard matrix is ESPs. The footprint next to the 3D model. Okay. 90%? Wow, that's a huge amount. That's much more than dip trace. Wait, that might not be true. The reason I might not have models in a bunch of dip trace ones is because I made I made those footprints. Okay, what's next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's separate. Like that. Next one, number 6 is Paralight. Blah 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 blah. This one is 3 millimeters. And 468. Wait, have I done this? Oh, sorry, 470. But yeah, these are stupidly close. I feel like this is gonna be like I feel like they've probably used the same thing to make the light, and the difference is just in like the spectrum analyzer or something that they use to measure. I'll add it for now. Maybe I'll add it for now and then I'll like delete it later sometime maybe. 3.0 millimeters, right? E. Recently used, that's useful. Touch controls. I really don't want capacitive controls. I really want physical things. But, oh, I guess it could be resistive touch as well. Ha. Yeah, I want to be able to see the current position it's in, I guess. Although, the most satisfying thing would be sliders. But, like a kind of ribbon thing that you could touch might not be terrible. I just question reliability and longevity, but I mean, sliders get dusty, which is terrible as well, so. Next is this, 505. Oh, we don't have that board yet, so never mind. This is the void where there's like clearly, you know, a gap in the market here for LEDs of a nice cyan color, which I unfortunately don't have. So 515 to 520. Let's call that 518. XL504. XL504. This one. Imagine if it actually looked like that. This color. That would be nice. It's 5 millimeters in diameter. 518, let's call this. 5 millimeters in diameter. LED 5.0. I actually showed up when I just typed 5 as well. Oh. Okay, next one is this one. 522. All the ones around here look so similar though. Slight spoiler. I have tried them all. I haven't been able to try them all at the same time though, so maybe if they're on at the same time, I'd be able to see differences. What is this? What a weird looking thing. I don't remember any LED looking this weird. Sorry for being rude to it, but... yeah, I don't have an LED that looks like this. It does not look this weird. It looks more like this. Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't look like this though. Maybe I should find it to remind myself. Anyway, it looks like it's about... well, the important thing is how far apart the pins are. 2.54, okay. 3.3 wide. So I think if we just go for 3.5mm. Sorry, 3mm. I'll have the right pin spacing and stuff. So let's just do that for now at least. This is 522. Maybe it's freezing. What, like it's sort of going into its shell to warm up or something? LED 3. Full stop. 0.0 I was gonna type and I realized I didn't need to. Next up we have 525 204. It would be fun to make this, right? Just to have like a bunch of LEDs with different colors. In before though, there are not many different colors, and we find out we just have like red, orange, yellow, green, blue in rows of very clearly the same color, even though they're saying different things in the datasheet. 3mm wide. And 525. 525. 530. I will need to actually experiment with these. Like I'll need to actually get some power onto the SMD ones as well, because I'm going to want to see what the brightness looks like. Although, I wonder if I could make like a testing setup kind of thing where I... no, I'm going to want to know in advance the brightness. I'm going to want to try to, brightness match them to some extent. Do I want to make it so that I can make the board first? This is how we find out the Yuka's color. Find out how the... Is this how we find out the Yuka's colorblind? I don't know. Hope not. Hope not. I keep reading this as suck, by the way. I forgot what I was going to say as well. Oh yeah, or should I design the board to be able to take in several different resistors for each LED, and then once the board has been fabricated and I solder the LEDs on, I just try different combinations of resistors until I find ones that work. That feels kind of hacky and would like it would be really annoying to try. Actually, I have already made a program that can brute force find combinations of resistors to try to achieve the closest desired resistance. So this could be similar. Basically, it tries a bunch of different combinations of resistors in both series and parallel, and then this shows you what the resistance would work out to be. So maybe I could, like, for each LED, like have oh my god, I've got paint right here. Why don't I just... For each LED, boop, boop, have like a place for a resistor to go there, and there, and there, and there. And these are sort of wired like this. And that goes to there, and that'll go off somewhere, and that'll go off in the other direction. And then, like, if you only need one resistor, you can just bridge these ones straight through. If you want something in parallel, you could use these two, and then bridge those ones. Or if you need series, yeah, maybe. There's quite a lot of board space, though. I think. What is the knapsack problem? I don't know what the knapsack problem is. Which one are we on now? We're on the suck. Two suck. 530, 530, 530, 530. This one? Yes. This is what? Oh, 5 millimeters. Sagma. Later. 5 millimeters. I'm glad I learned the later thing from Cat. It's fun. Anyway, this is only 10 LEDs and there are 28, and it's starting to dawn on me how long this is going to take. Oh, it's also the end of this. Oh, I guess I just separated them based on 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, I separated them based on... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, 27, okay. There are 28 data sheets, but I have a data sheet for this one as well for some reason. Even though I added these ones later. I put them in this position because, you know, that's where they fit in. Dominant wavelength color-wise. Later you say I'll be in my mug. A classic Komsky problem. Komsky. Sounds so Polish. To throw at students, along with traveling salesmen. Ah. Interesting. Maybe I will put these underneath because it's getting kind of wide. Or should I just continue it sideways? I'm gonna want them sideways on the board. Wait, how wide is such a board gonna be? Some of the LEDs are 5 millimeters. Let's assume a worst case scenario of every LED is 5 point a bit millimeters. Let's say 7 millimeters. 7 millimeters times 27. About 20 millimeters wide. Oh, sorry, 20 centimeters wide. Yeah, I can imagine that. This seems kind of reasonable. Yeah, that's not crazy. That's not crazy. Unfortunately, it's not within like the 10 by 10 centimeters super cheap price of LCSC, but it's just going to be a board. It's not going to be... Or maybe I actually could have them... If I work out in advance what resistances I need, I could have them assemble them from SMD resistors. But I think that'd be quite expensive because there's a price for... There's an additional price for every different type of component you use. So if I need a bunch of different resistances, that's going to add up quite a lot. I might as well just solder it myself. I got loads of resistors. It should be okay. Well, I might need more. I might need more by the time I'm done. I don't know. It's almost like I should make a test rig, kind of. Like almost like a test board. Where I can just put an LED onto it. And connect power, like 5 volts. And then sort of just push a resistor, like physically, like just you know, if it's just any resistor and LED in the holes, like you can like just push them around until they make a connection, you know. They don't need to solder them. Just for like super, you know, basic testing of what does this look like with this resistance. Absolutely not a permanent thing. Although I guess you need 2. I guess you need 2. I'd probably put 1 LED there. Maybe I'll solder in 1 LED permanently. And then I'd leave a space for a second LED. Whether through hole or surface mount. And just to... so the 1 LED acts as a reference. That's the same every time. And I try to match the brightness of the other LEDs to that. But maybe that's not a good idea because like... like I don't know what the average brightness is going to be in the end. Maybe I'll choose a brightness and then like... I need to know what the dimmest LED is, right? And run it at whatever it can manage. And then like try and make other LEDs match that. Otherwise, if I start with like a bright LED, maybe I'll reach an LED where it's like, oh shit, I can't reach the brightness of that reference LED no matter what. Cough, cough, the green LEDs on my MIDI boards, which are super dim. Exclamation mark knees. Yeah, I should. I'm gonna go save the kidneys. I'm back. How are yous? I'm alright, thanks. I'm gonna go and save the kidneys though. Someone mentioned it earlier and I didn't go, but I'm going to now. Sorry to disappear as soon as you're back. I hope you had a nice consumption if you consumed, or a good doing if you did things. Right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go and save the kidneys. Everybody else, you please use this as an opportunity to, you know, hydrate, go to the toilet, eat, stretch your legs, do annoying real life things, and I'll be right back. Aye, Captain. Okay, I'll take this opportunity to run a Twitch ad as well to push the break further into the future, because Twitch requires me to run ads, and I might as well do it now at a time where you're not going to miss anything than in, you know, 28 minutes and 37 seconds, which is what it's counting down for. So that'll push the timer back up to 1 hour. Okay, I'm going to slide out for now. I'll be back soon. Onion? I realized I should probably also... Hi, I'm back. I realized I should probably also change the Twitch stream title. Learning to use KiCad, I think. Electronics of unspecified type. Unspecified project right now. I don't even know if this is going to become an actual thing. Mind you, I remember saying that when I was starting to work on my MIDI LED displays project months ago now, and holy, did that become a thing. Thankfully, there are only 27 LEDs on this board, and not like 2080. Although they are all different types. Well, I mean, you know, most of the sizes are the same. Man, how much is it gonna suck if I solder the wrong LED? Like, you know, like the wrong color LED, and I don't realize because they both have clear lenses or something. I'm gonna have to be very careful with that. So I think it's actually going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to make sure I'm picking the right LED. But, oh well. Can you see how one of my hands looks like it's lower than the other one? This one looks lower than this one? It's because my lead motion is like gradually falling down. Do they look the same now? Not really, actually. Maybe that's not the reason. Maybe that's not the reason why. Never mind. I might have just lied by mistake. Okay, next 5 LEDs. Slap my LEDs down there. What comes after 530? The answer is 565, apparently. This is counting with Yuke, but she counts weirdly. What a surprise. 565. XL504. XL504. That one is... I guess 5 millimeters. Where's the actual measurements? There. Yep. 565. 5 millimeters. Can we get like a recent thing at the top anyway? Oh, we can. It's right there. 5. Okay. Now I don't even have to type anything, except it's actually easier to type than scrolling, but whatever. I don't have a logo for this, for KiCad yet. I guess I need to make one. Or just a generic electronics logo, but does KiCad have, like, a logo? This. That's the schematic editor, that's not really KiCad. What's it look like if I just load KiCad? Oh, it's the KI thing. Yeah, it's the KI in a purple thing. This hard to see the difference between the purple and the blue there, but yeah, it's like a rounded purple square with KI. Okay, yeah, I guess I can make a logo for that. Not right now though. It's for the future. Right now the logo that's still in use is the repo. Not playing repo right now. In case you hadn't noticed. 573 is next. 573. Boop. And what is this size? 264. Oh my god, I just noticed all the tabs I have open in here right now. This is... that looks like 3 millimeters. It is... 2.9 millimeters. Okay. I should probably have been paying more attention to the distance between the pins, actually. I probably should have been paying more attention to that, huh? That's kind of important. Although it's through holes, so I could probably just bend them apart a bit. 3 millimeters. Let's call that. It's 2.9, but it's I'm calling it 3. Call him a rebel. LED 3. Boop. Boop. After 573, we have... wait, this looks different. I double-clicked the wrong thing. We have 588, I'll call that. Let me have a look at the datasheet for this, because normally it is like a single peak wavelength, right? The peak dominant, oh, rather dominant. The peak and dominant are different, right? Because it might measure objectively stronger at one wavelength, but because our eyes are more sensitive at a certain wavelength than others, well, there should just be a single frequency though, right? But I guess they have to specify like a tolerance, right? A minimum to maximum, right? So, XL304, XL304 UIC. This one is 585 to 590. Let's have a look at it actually. Okay, there it is. Peak wavelength is 588. Dominant wavelength is 585 to 595. Wait, this is not even transcribed correctly. What the hell? Well, let me change that, I guess. So I guess I should make that 590, right? Because that's right in the middle. That's probably not how it works, but... Hi, Lunk! Welcome, welcome! How are you lunking? How lunks you? Oh, I should also have probably checked the voltage, like the voltage drop of all these LEDs, because hopefully they're not too high. Hopefully they can run on the USB, 5 volts. Lunking real good! Nice. Lunkma. Should I call it 5 to find F5? I guess I will. I'll call it 590 then. Right, this is 590. Man, I should have... Oh, I should have checked all of these. Checked. This is where I've checked up until... Oh, this is where I've started checking. 585 to 595. 590, and this was 3 millimeters question mark? 3 millimeters question mark? Yes. 3 mil. Okay. 592. This is practically the same, but DY3. I mean, it could be the same. It's within the range of 5.9. You know what I mean. Maybe I shouldn't include this one. Maybe we should skip to this one. I guess I'll add it anyway because I've got the LED. DY333 UID is this one. That looks interesting. 2.5 millimeters or 2.54 apart. It's 5 millimeters. 85. Hi, Sayinki? Hi, welcome. Sorry for butchering your name. Sorry. 592 is what I wrote down previously, but now I'm questioning what I wrote down. Let's check the datasheet. Blurry as it is right now. Oh, hey, look at that! Peak wavelengths and dominant wavelengths are different. Dominant is what I think I'll go for, because this is like how it looks to humans, so... and it's going to be being used by humans, right? So I should probably go with that. 592. It's quite a difference. So like having 590 and 592 both is absolutely pointless then. They're so close. Anyway, what's the size again? I've forgotten already. 5. Okay, nice. Imagine having memory. Could not be me. Next up is 05YY blah 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 blah. This one. I think this is getting slower and slower to open because I've got so many things open. Let me just exit everything. And now open this. Was that faster? Who knows? This is basically 5. Nice, it's already 5 there. And this says 600 to 605 nanometers is the color. A nice orange, apparently. Well, it doesn't say nice, it just says orange. I guess it could be a horrible orange. I guess it could be an annoying orange. What does it say in the datasheet? 603, right? Here it is. 600 to 605. Okay, so this doesn't even say the dominant one. Oh, wait. D. Is that dominant? Or peak? I'm gonna copy this onto DeepL and see what it says. Deep L. Ah, yes. It's Japanese, not Chinese, clearly, and it means main currents, the trend of thinking. Let me change this to Chinese. Wherever that is, there. Dominant wavelength! Okay. No alternatives either. I was wondering if that would say like peak or something, but no. Alright, dominant wavelength. Okay, so that is actually the one that we care about. 603. So the D, I guess I can look for the D. I guess the D is meaning dominant. I'm adding fields when I'm trying to actually close them. Shift enter? Yes! Okay, next. Oh my god, I just pasted. Wow, you just paste flipping Chinese text. Also, wow, it works! It can display the text correctly. Wait, is that correct? This looks weird. I was not expecting that to just work. These characters are completely different. What the fuck? This is not the characters I copied. It's meant to look like this. Huh? What is this? Okay, it's... Oh, okay, it's like a small sa and open... Yeah, okay, whatever. It's interpreted as Japanese instead of Chinese. What if I paste actual Chinese there? Then it can display it. Okay, it can actually display Chinese characters, but it doesn't read them from the clipboard correctly, which is interesting. Not that I want Chinese text in my schematic, but it's kind of cool that it can display those characters with its built-in vector font. Diptrace cannot do that. Okay, what comes next? 603. Let's go to this. 603. This one is next. Wait, I just made all of the sound louder instead of the music volume. Wait, I was turning it up in the wrong way around. There's so much delay that I was trying to turn it up on the beats. But anyway. Ants! 302 circ. 3mm looks like? Why am I not just scrolling with the tab down here? 3! It is 3. It is 3. Okay, LED 3mm. That's 4. Do 4mm LEDs exist? I've never seen one in my life. Let's see what this says for the wavelength. The sinus removal just cut a bit of that out. Dominant wavelength 620 to 630. What the fuck? This I really can't rely on this. Like, this is copied from LCSC, if I'm not mistaken. I may have made a mistake when copying, but the datasheet says something else. Okay, man, I really cannot trust LCSC, huh? 620 to 630 is what it should have been. I'll just say that it's 625. 625. I will have to check the other ones then. So 625 is red, right? Yeah. Okay, so at this point we don't even need this. Well, this is like too high. 620 to 630. Okay, yeah. 1, 3, and 5. This is like basically all the same. Let's try this one. Though this one is close enough. Oh, this one is different enough. We're skipping, and then we're doing this one. Actually, skipping so many of these is not a bad thing either, because it means there's going to be less current used in total, right? So it will be able to be powered by USB. 4.9. I would assume that's millimeters. I mean, it must be 2.54. 5 millimeters for this one then. Boop. And this is 630, but let's see what the datasheet says. Datasheet, what do you say? Nothing? Question mark? NM. Oh, there it is. Dominate wavelength. 630. Okay, yeah, 630. Nice. 630. They got that one right on LCSC. Nice. What's next? 204 SDRD. 204 SDRD. This one. Let's see what's in the data sheet. I'm going to just search for NM, actually. 638, that says. Which agrees with this. Okay, nice. So we've checked this one. So I'm going to say that C means checked. C equals checked. Data sheet to confirm dominant wavelength. So we've checked that. We've checked this one as well. Alright, 638. 638. Let's nudge the music back down again. I just had to have a little bit of a jamming out session there. 638, 638, 638. And what's the size? 3 millimeters. 638, 3 millimeters already set. Shift enter. It's the one. What comes after 638? Apparently 642. Which is super close. MHL 3014. What is this? This is 3 millimeters wide. And let's see what the dominant thingy really is. 642, typical. Let's go for 642 then. Although it could be as low as 637, which is lower than the previous one of 638. This is probably too close, isn't it? They're probably too similar. Anyway, it's 642. 642, typically. Typically. Did I already check the width? I did. Alright, we are nearing the end now. Especially since I skipped a few. Okay, that's checked. I want to check all of the others now, though. Oh my goodness. Wait, why did these... Oh, I thought they had the same name for a second. The only difference is this C is a D on the next one. Okay, C. This one is... Are we getting into... No, still through hole. Still not surface mount. Okay, 3 millimeters. And the color is... Typically 645. Okay, it doesn't even have a minimax. It just says 645. Okay. Maybe I should omit this one and just go straight to this one. That's probably what I'll do. Anyway, 645. Oh, this one is such a bop. I can't help this song. I can't help but move my leg. Bop my leg. SRD. Do I have like a CAD jamming mode? Oh, this one works. I do have the CAD jamming mode, right? Yeah. There's also... I also have access to Henya's emotes right now. As soon as I use it, the music stops. 3 millimeters wide. Okay, that's correct. My text file says 660. 660. Let's see what the datasheet says. $660. Works for me. Oh, that's peak though, rather than dominant, but... Maybe, is it shown anywhere else? No, it just says peak. Okay. Whatever, it's quite far away from the previous ones, so maybe this will still be okay. Even if the dominant's a little bit off. Did I check the size? Man, I can't remember. I have no memory. Okay, yes I did. Just close all these. Next. Wow, we're almost at the end! Holy! Okay, now actually into infrared territory. I got a few different infrared ones, which could maybe be interesting for testing cameras, I guess. HL 737C, for some reason I didn't include the... I think I had to download these from different sites, but for some reason I forgot to add the LCSC item number on the end there. Why did it just crash? This one is 5 millimeters. It says 5.1 there. Why? Oh, I I guess now that we're into infrared territory, there will be no dominant wavelength, right? Because that's referring to like how humans see them, but humans are not going to be seeing infrared anyway. So, yeah, I guess we can just go with peak. Objective measurements, 850. Hang on, I can use this. Man, the speed of that playing in the Twitch chat actually looks pretty close to real, but not scrolling across my screen, unfortunately. The goal of this project has different entities. It's to be as like a reference for what specific wavelengths of light look like. Like what color it actually is. Like with an objective wavelength measurement. Although, like, I don't have a flipping spectrum analyzer for light, you know, so I can't verify these. I'm having to trust what the datasheet says. And there's tolerance in the datasheet, but also it's an excuse to just have a gay strip of LEDs covering every color of the rainbow, except cyan, apparently. Okay, that's been tested. 850 is next after 660. It's such a big jump. I wonder if it's worth checking AliExpress. I kind of wonder if I mean, I know AliExpress and LCSC are both Chinese companies, but I would trust LCSC more because, you know, it's not just random people. 850. Maybe the human eye is a spectrum analyzer for light, isn't it? Well, it's, I guess it doesn't have a scale printed on it though. Like it's not like absolute. I don't have perfect pitch for my eyes. I also don't have perfect pitch for my ears. I can't tell what the absolute frequency is. Yeah, 850, I've tested it. This was 5 millimeters. I'm gonna correct this from 5.1 to 5 because that's what the datasheet says. I'm gonna double check where it's 5. Oh, it is 5.1. It is 5.1. Why are you saying 5.1? Get back there. Next up. I need to just exit that and didn't save. Next up is the second last one. Boop. 875. This is 5 millimeters. Oh, it looks blue. Oh my fucking god. Why am I so stupid? It looks blue. The background is blue. That's probably why it looks blue. Anyway, this one is 5.0. Okay. Wow, look at that. It's kind of like that. Kind of like that. The picture that you're looking at. Oh, nice. It's actually a vector. Transparent thing do be transparent. I do. NM 875. Spectral bandwidth though, like this is really fucking wide. What the hell? Like maybe 850 is and 875 it's not worth putting them both if it's 80 nanometers wide. That really surprises me. I thought it would just be like a fixed peak. Maybe it's like a few little spikes all around 875. Okay, not sure if I'll use that, but anyway, it is, yeah. What's in Notepad agrees with what's in the datasheet. 5 millimeters, right? This is 5. I just pressed some buttons apparently. I thought I clicked on this and then typed LED 5, but I was typing somewhere else. 875. Why did plus appear there? LED 5. Did I choose the correct one for this one? I did. Nice. Good job, you did a thing. 940. I'll do 04. Okay. This one is 3 millimeters now. 3. We're back into 3 land. 940. Let's see. Does the datasheet say that it's 940? It does! And this one is also much narrower bandwidth. So it might be worth just not including this one. Let's not do that one. Which ones were we skipping as well? We were skipping all of these because they're too similar to this. We should probably skip some other ones as well. Well, let me check all the datasheets of the ones that I haven't checked yet. We've got 264. 575. Oh, 573 is a dominant. 573 is a dominant. Okay, nice. That's correct. That's correct. XL 504. Why don't I just search for a whole word only instead of finding environmental all the time? 560 to 575. So I would have put 565 for that one. That should be fine. This is checked now. This is checked now. I should add a separate column. This shouldn't be under the final column. What the fuck am I doing? Blech. Wait, no, I actually do want this indented. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. Blah. Blog. Okay, 333-2 sug. Wait, where is it? This one. Dominant is 530 apparently. Dominant is 530. Yes, correct. Maybe the rest of them all will be correct, but I feel a bit not trusting myself after seeing a few errors earlier. 525, that was correct. 522 should be this one. It is. This is really similar to 525. This is silly. This is checked. Next one. I'll remove some of those. The ones that are really similar. Dominant is 515 to 525. But like it could be 525 still, you know? It says to 525. Okay, there we are. There's a mistake. This one. 515 to whatever. So just before the 522. Just 522. This one is more likely to be 520. Which is far too similar. So maybe I'll just keep this one and this one and get rid of these two. Yeah. Probably get rid of this one and this one. Won't use because 2 is similar to other LEDs or within range of other LED. Alright, nearly done now. Can't use these ones. Let me just have a quick look at this. This is one that I have not bought. It's on file now. Let's have a look anyway. It's also a weird different size, unfortunately. I should probably go with this one because this one is apparently 3mm. Pat Redeem kind of thought. Ah, thank you. Hi, Saito. I appreciate it. Let's look at this one. I don't have the datasheet for this one downloaded for some reason, but well, let's download it now. Actually, let's download it now. Datasheet. Datasheet, please. Okay. Save it in here. And here is this datasheet. Blue green, nice. Right between them. Oh, let's have a look at the graph of the spectrum to, if there is one. Huh. Wait. Blue. Is this saying that there actually are two spikes here? So it's... like this is one thing, right? This blue-green is one thing and this spike here is for that. So there is no cyan-colored LED. It's both... wait. That is still very different to the blue and the green though. It would still be worth having this, even though there are two spikes. They're still quite far away from the pure blue and the pure green. Like the middle of this, you know. I guess the dominant wavelength would be somewhere in the middle here? Is that how it would work? No wonder. What does it say the dominant wavelength is? Super red. Super hot. Hi, City. Peak wavelength is that. Dominant is 510. 505, 510. Yeah, that's far away from this. 510. Mind you, there's apparently one there that is similar. This one would be best because it's like better further apart from this. Even though it's SMD, which sucks. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because it's a different size to all of the other SMD things. Well, let's have a look at the datasheet for the one that's a better color than the ALMD. Where is it? ALMD? Wait, did I not save that? Did I not save that one? I guess not. Ah, there it is. Turning blind. Well, it doesn't begin with CE3FXZ X02 XZ something 02, and this is XZ002. Okay. Do we have a graph of the color wavelengths? Here we are. Oh wow, look at that! It is just one peak. What the hell? This is one peak, apparently. One peak. Nice. Dominant wavelength. Typical 505. Okay, that agrees. I won't get this one because it's too simple. It's gonna be really expensive to buy this because, well, it's from Funnel, and yeah, they're more expensive. I don't even know if they're gonna be in stock. Let's have a look. Let's have a look right now. I mean, delivery is gonna be more than the LEDs probably, but let's see. This one? Yeah, it's in stock actually. Wow, it's actually in stock. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Look at that. What is minimum order quantity for this? It's listed as price 1+. Minimum 1. Okay. Implicit switching needs to. CE3FX002. This is the same item, right? Oh! Wait, this also says cut tape. But also re-reel. Supplied on cut tape. Re-reel. Cut. Wait. Okay. What is this? Use our re-reel service to. Use our re-reel service. Is pick and place machine ready? What? This component can be Why is a Chinese website having better English than the UK website? This component can be re-reeled to customer specific quantities. Okay, I don't really want that. Anyway, 100 of those would be £59. It's probably without VAT as well. Oh, it is without VAT. You knew it. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. 10 of these is already £7.50. That's so fucking expensive! Without VAT as well, and without delivery. Anyway. Whatever, it's the only flipping cyanide I can find anywhere, so... I guess I'll get it at some point. Not right now, though. Okay, let's check this one's data sheet as well. Let's close all these. L314, blah, 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 blah. L314. UB5CA. Yeah, this one, this one. Please hurry open. 470 is dominant. The one before it. Dominant 468. Okay, nice. Oh, these are stupidly close though. I feel like we should get rid of this one. Probably. Because we got 470 and then a big gap, and then this is really similar. Mind you, there's also a big gap on the other side of this. Oh no, it's fine. We'll have 470 there, then we'll have something here. No, that's okay. Excel 304, but let's check it anyway. I want to make sure the data sheet is... Wait, the one I'm thinking of ignoring is the one that I've already done. Dominant 455 to 465, let's call that 460. I mean, I guess I already have called that 460. TDS cheese. 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 Ah, it's a bit sad, isn't it? You recorded a sound, but now I can't... Wait, did you DM it? I didn't check to see if there were like pending DMs. Discord does this sometimes instead of just showing me the DMs of people. It's not a thing I've turned on, but it like is filtering my DMs sometimes. I'm gonna have to go to a special page that where I don't see it. I don't notice it for a long time. And then authorize, allow myself to receive the DMs from people. Okay, we're nearly there now. HL-A. I think at this point, well, it says violet, it doesn't say ultraviolet. So does that mean we'll get a dominant wavelength? Because we're still in the range that humans can see? Okay, hold on. Wow, look at how far to the left that curve is. The above dominant wavelength. There isn't an above dominant wavelength. There's not a thing. There's peak wavelengths though. 400 to 410. Yeah, let's just call it 405. I already do. And then these ones surely won't have a dominant thing because they're not going to be visible. But I've checked it. I've checked all of these. I think. Yeah, let's just make sure the datasheet, oh, the thing on LCSU matches what the datasheet was for these first two as well. Ah! Hi, hello! Yeah, unfortunately there's no anything right now. $395 typical. Nice. And this one. $365 typical. Nice. Alright. So the rest of these things agree with the datasheets. So now let's remove the ones that are really similar. We don't want the 468 anymore. It's too similar. We don't want the 510. Oh, I already didn't put that one in. Okay. We don't want the 522 or 525. They're really similar. We don't want... Can I not check these? I guess I should check them to make sure that actually, you know, the datasheet really is... Well, it doesn't really matter actually. I'll just get rid of them. 61... Oh, did I not add them? 603... 625... No, I skipped these already. I added 630 though, apparently. 630. That one was HL509. You've probably got plenty of time to edit because it's been about 2 years since I decided to record one. It's pretty awful efficiency now, put it in words. Don't worry. I also have things that I should have done a long time ago. Things that I took ages to do. What? Wait, I think I'm looking at the wrong datasheet. What the? 509 S13R blah blah blah. 630. Oh, I'm looking at the yellow green. Okay, red. Here we are, red. 630. Yeah. 627 to 630. See, that could still overlap with that, couldn't it? That's why I was doing away with that, and we were just gonna do 638 instead. Yeah, okay. Be gone! 638, 642, these are stupidly similar. Let's do 645 though. And 660, and then the rest are okay. Okay, so we end up with how many LEDs? Oh, by the way, we might add cyan eventually. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So if we add cyan, we'll have 20. That'll be quite pleasing. Okay, nice. Nice. If we add cyan, then it will be... If we add cyan, then it will be... this one. But I need to try to find a footprint for it, I think. Let's open up the footprint editor. Hi, Cozy Chatter. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Footprint editor. We're looking for a 4.2 by 4.2 LED thingy. 4.2 LED. SMD? Huh? Okay, I guess there isn't one. Man! Can't believe the KiCad big brains in the chat disappear right when I can't find any. Oh, hang on. No. It's through hole. Let's look at the datasheet then. Where is it? Where's the datasheet? It was Broadcom something, wasn't it? This one. Oh, look at this thing. It's like, it actually has little feet, but it doesn't have... It's still surface mount. It's kind of funny. Keep plopping in to pat the cat. Thank you! Thank you for the pats! Okay. So it's kind of funny looking. I haven't seen a component like that before. Anyway, do we have like a pattern or something in here? Here we are. Nice. Perfect. Recommended. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Wait, why do we have two separate legs? Is this just to help keep it in the right position? Is it gonna tell us which way around? Like, is this positive, positive, negative, negative, or positive, positive, negative, negative? There's 4 millimeters vertically, 5.2 across. Can we deduce? Ah, okay, it's this way. It is different vertically rather than different horizontally. Okay, it's that way around. It's that way around. Actual Goomba LED. Dominant wavelength shift. It does change, doesn't it? They're specifying it 20 milliamps. Doesn't change that much. Like, I don't want things that are super close like this anyway. But if I underrun this at, like, you know, a very low current to make it not too bright, for example, It would be like 6 centimeters off. I would have to take that into consideration, I guess. Probably just in terms of what I print on the board. Man, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I probably won't make this. This is actually gonna be annoying. What the hell? It's gonna be really annoying. So many things depending on other things, but I guess it's electronics in a nutshell. Shell manut. What kind of brightness is this, actually? Oh my god. It's bright. Interesting. What is the difference between these different ones? Something 02. X7. Color bin. Full distribution. Color bin 3 and 4. Color bin 7 and 8. What does that mean? Color bin? Bin. Each bin limit. It's like the accuracy of the... Every reel is shipped from a single intensity and color bin for better uniformity. 3 and 4, 7 and 8. Bin X, bin Y, bin Z. The intensity bin though, not color bins. What? Oh, here we are. Bin 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Wait, where did 5 and 6 go? Okay, what is it? Full distribution. So this means like you... Okay, so like if I wanted actual... You know, if I wanted actual very specific colors, I would choose 3 and 4 or 7 and 8, I guess. But unfortunately for me, I do actually want specific ones. 3 and 4, so that would be 500 to 510. And 7 and 8 would be 498 to 508. What? So the only difference is like 2 nanometers? Huh? What's the point? This component is confusing me. This component is confusing me more than just the footprint. Huh. Maybe I'll leave it out for now, but it is such a beautiful color. Ah. I was about to say, look at that beautiful color. Look. I didn't see the color. Well, I guess I'll leave it for now. I don't feel like starting to make a new footprint, and I'm getting quite the headache right now. Guess we are doing some... Wait, I've lost the... Wait, did I exit the entire thing? Or did it crash? Did I just accidentally exit the entire... Wait, if I exit this, does it unload all of the other things? If I close this? Oh, it does! Okay, that unloads the other windows as well. If you're doing some scientific application, a specific wavelength might matter. True, but like it's still a range of 498 to 508. Like it's still like a 10 nanometer range that you could be getting anything of. It's just the entire range shoves slightly further in one direction or the other. Anyway, it would be nice to be able to do some like actually designing of the PCB. But it's getting kind of late. I still haven't eaten. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how do we get... Wait, why does it look like this? Why does it look like this? What is this? What is this bullshit? I thought I fixed this. What the hell? Huh? Oh, wait. This is not even loaded the correct one. Has it? Have I repaired sleeping again? Yeah! Currently I have. I might have spammed it too much and it might have loaded the wrong one. Nope, unfortunately not. It's still fucking there. Okay, how did we fix this again? It was this thing, right? And then... Wait, this is called actually empty. Why is it still showing up? Huh? Edges. KiCad dash embed colon backslash. Right, template. No, it's not. I was drawing she did, wasn't it? There. Okay, now it's blank. Why was it not blank before? Is my template project not correct? Hold on. I'll have to fix that. Open project. Okay, schematic is correct. There's nothing there. It's actually empty. PCB. Did I forget to make that one actually empty? Why do I have to double click so many times before it starts doing anything? It's still there! Oh dear, it's still there. It's so faint until you zoom in and then it's like really obvious. Okay, I actually didn't remove it from the template for some reason. Even though it says actually empty right here, it's not actually empty. So I guess let's do this again. Okay, save. Right, it should actually be empty actually now. Let's go back to this again. Schematic is working fine. A feature remains in PCB editor. Hi family, welcome. A feature remains. A feature remains. Hi Asitin! No, why cheese? Why is it back? Why has it come back? I saved this, right? Wait, is it just gonna... Is there a fucking bug where it's impossible to make this disappear? Look at this. I get rid of it. Save. Save. Really save. The thing on the right is flashing every time I press save, so I assume it's really saving. It even says down the bottom here, file saved. Now I exit. And I reload it. I don't even spam double click. Okay, now it's actually gone. Well, I wonder if it's just when I reload the project it comes back. Let's try reopening it. Let's close it. And reopen. Okay, double click. Is it still there? Well, hi, Asin. I hope you're doing alright as well. Amazing. Amazing. I seem to be incapable of using this program without discovering the most annoying fucking bugs. Ah! So, yeah, a feature. It spams this bullshit that is hard enough to try to remove in the first place. And by the way, it may look like all I'm doing is this, but it took a while to even make this. And so, well, it didn't take that long, but it took a while to work out how to. So every time I go into this editor on a new day, I have to do this to remove it. Amazing. Love this program. Anyway, I wonder how to get the components over from the other thing. Update PCB from schematic. That sounds good. Changes to be applied. Add these. Replace footprints with those in the schematic. Sounds good. Reading footprints to schematic symbols. I mean, I should just... Okay, whatever. Update. I see it said that it did things. I'm pressing close. Ah, there they are. Ha! They're all in one little bundle. Well, here they are. 5mm, 3mm, and SMDs. Oh, what neat packing. Unfortunately, the layout is not bearing any resemblance to the layout on the schematic, so... Guess I didn't need to put them in a row on the schematic. Okay, I'm pretty sure we started with this MD's one, right? There's 3, there's 2, there's 1. And I'm probably gonna want these to be vertical. Why do I have to double click every time to move? I kind of want the text to not rotate. I just want the component to rotate. wonder how one does this. Let's try pressing R with modifier keys. R, Shift R, Control R, Alt R, Control Shift R, Control Shift Alt R, Control Alt R, Shift Alt R. Okay. Alt GR R? Wait, ready? No, that doesn't work either. Oh, unfortunately not. That's annoying. Edit text and graphics, where it is. I wonder if there's a property on here. I didn't see it. Let's have a look online. KiCad, rotate PCB component without rotating text. In Pukpanu, is that the PCB editor? I always see people like using these like names that are like not anything that you see in the interface anywhere. Like maybe Pukpanu is the PCB editor and like E-schema is the name of the schematics, I'm guessing. I wonder if it's the name in Task Manager. I mean, I would assume it is, otherwise where are they getting the name from, right? PCB... no, not there. PC... that's Python. PCB... okay, there's not even a program running called PCB new. Amazing. Amazing. Sorted by name. I mean, what is it? Let's look for an icon that matches, I guess. There's the main KiCad. There is no process. There is no other process. It's just KiCad. By the look of it. When I rotate a component, I almost always change the silk screen text back to its original position. Hit R twice to rotate a passive RCL 180. The issue is actually the text on the component. Press E on the text you want rotated and uncheck the keep upright checkbox. Oh, so I actually do want to keep it upright. Wait, what did it say? Press E on the text you want rotated and uncheck keep upright. So press on the text and then press E? Keep upright. Well, that's not keeping it upright, is it? It's already not keeping it upright. What if I uncheck keep upright? Oops. Don't keep upright. Now does it say... no, it's still rotating. Okay, so that doesn't make a difference. Should be under project name or PCB name. Should be under project name or PCB name. Project name or PCB name? What? Where? Project name, PCB name. There's a name? There's a place to... I mean, it's just a file name, right? Project name? An option to keep the text upright? Processes. Oh! Color board. Nah, there's not. There is not, I'm afraid. What I could do, though, is load process. Is it Process Explorer or Process Monitor? I think it's called Process Explorer. And... we'll see what other things it's launched. Not sure if I want that on the screen right now. Oh, that's probably fine, actually. Let me just find KiCad anyway. Where is it? KiCad. Okay, it's right there. It is not having... it hasn't launched any other process. Interesting. Look at all these breasts. Oh! This is the size of one of them. 167 megabytes. What on earth? Why are there so many loaded and why are they doing things? There should only be one browser source that is actually doing things. Why are there so many? Oh, right. There's like the Twitch embeds as well, of course. I forgot about that. Why are they changing though? The question still stands. Anyway, stuff. Alright, how do I rotate things and not rotate the text? Keep upright and fix the orientation of the text, not its position in relation to the component. Oh. The real problem is that good designated placement always needs manual training. So is it impossible to not rotate it? Why do references and values sometimes rotate with R and sometimes not? Seems like a bug. Nice. You can restore the default rotation behavior by using auto-place fields when the symbol is selected. Hotkey O. Hotkey O. Oh, wait. That was on the schematic they're talking about, not on the... Man. Their question was about the schematic editor. Is it not possible to just not rotate text? Let's try renaming it. KiCad. Don't rotate silk screen text with components. Part name only rotates 90 degrees or 0 degrees. I mean, it rotates at all, that's the problem. Okay, there seems to be literally nobody asking for the text to always remain upright, which seems fucking crazy to me, but apparently this is a really obscure thing that I'm asking for. Don't want to tilt my head 90 degrees to read the text, but I want the component to be rotated. Amazing. I mean, I'm guessing I can like manually rotate it back and place every single piece of text, but this is crazy to not just be able to rotate it. Okay, that's not even rotating how I wanted to. I'm trying Shift, Control, and Alt and all the things. And yeah, it seems that it will just always rotate text like that as well. So I would have to do it actually one by one. Oh, this is not fun. Hi Yui, welcome. That is fun. There's a Yui there. This is so oh my god, D1 is on the silk screen. So there's D1, which I don't actually want, and there's 365, which is on the fab layer, front fab, I guess. I'm not quite sure what that means. Like, will it get printed? I guess not. Yeah, I sort of want these to all be printed, which means I guess I need to select every... Can I just do this? Layer, front copper. Okay, well... So if I want all of these numbers to be printed, I have to manually hand click every single one, and every time I select a new component, I have to select every single one? No. Yes. I mean, these numbers are going to change a little bit, possibly, but I want them to be printed anyway. So. You could select all text using the filters in the bottom right, and set the orientation in the tab on the left. Now that I've selected them all. Did it select them, really? And then set the orientation in the tab on the left. Orientation. Not rotated annoyingly. It actually worked. Amazing. Thank you. Unfortunately they are... Oh, Z. Okay, it's a number. It's a number. I didn't know what it was meant to be. How does one put them at the top and bottom there? Zero? Okay, that's an absolute... it's absolute positioning, not relative to the component. Okay. What about like plus 0? Does that mean that it's relative? No. Justification, knockout. What I want to do to the devs of this program? I'm sorry. That was just too easy to make that joke. I don't actually want to do that. It's just a joke. Okay, it doesn't really work, unfortunately. It would be useful for setting the layer though. Front tilt screen. So now they're all on the front tilt screen, which is good. I don't need the D. I don't need any of these Ds though. Any of these Ds to be printed. So yeah, okay, I feel like this is gonna be a miserable experience, and I don't want to end on a miserable experience. So let's not do any more of that. Possibly ever. I'll see how much a commercial license for dip trees costs. Probably far too much. I'm pretty sure I've checked in the past. And we're talking like more than I make from streaming in a year. Anyway, let's see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Why am I not centered? There we go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it is, yeah. Wait. I could pay less if I wanted... I don't want a huge number of pins, but being limited to just a number of pins is horrible and I wouldn't like that. I would rather like pay for the full thing or not pay at all. The non-commercial license I currently have is like removes the limitations of the number of pins that I can place down. But yeah, it looks like I'd have to go back to a limitation unless I want to pay $995 for a commercial version that's also unlimited. Anyway, I think I'll probably end it there for now. This has been a weird stream. This has been a weird stream. But thank you to everybody who's been hanging out. I wasn't really sure what to do on the stream. Once I saw that, oh my goodness. Once I saw that the, Twitch thingies were broken, I was convinced that I was going to be doing a stream where I would, like, work on making my own thingy for Twitch. Making my own library to, get the Redeem API stuff working rather than using someone else's. Because I thought Al was, you know. I thought she'd made the library, but she hasn't. I don't know. Well, something about it isn't usable anyway. Apparently I don't really understand. Yeah. Anyway. But then she said that she'll make it so that I can just use it. So, but she's gone to bed, which is fair enough because, you know, time zones and stuff. So I guess I'll wait until another day until that is done. I don't really like the position I'm in right now because I feel like I'm feeling like a bad person for like wanting to keep my stream redeems and stuff working. Because like now if I go to like make it myself or use someone else's, it's gonna be like Why weren't you using owls? She was doing this for you, and she said she'd have it ready soon, and like, so she's done everything for nothing. But like, I'm only even considering using her thing because I thought she'd finished it. Like months ago, I've been promoting it to other people as a thing that they can use, and it's not usable, and like there's like 6 days left until like my redeems are permanently gone forever until I like upgrade to the new API. So I don't just want to be sitting around waiting on someone else to do it for me. Do you know what I mean? Like I actually want to make sure that my streaming setup will still work. And like, you know, it's gonna take days anyway for me to get it working. Like even with her thing, I'm sure like cause like there's a whole bunch of code in my streaming setup, right? So like a lot of things need to be changed, and I'm sure it's gonna work differently. And that's not her fault that it's gonna work differently. That's just how the new system will work. Then Twitches are bringing in. So I clicked the wrong button. I wasn't trying to make the ads play. Help! I wasn't trying to make the ads play. God damn it! I was trying to stop the ads from playing. Why are the two buttons right next to each other? Anyway, is that per year or one-off? One-off. I wouldn't do a... I don't know. I don't get subscriptions for things. If I can avoid it, you know? If there's a piece of software that I have to subscribe to be able to use, and there's one that isn't, then yeah. I'm sorry, I meant to postpone ads, not run them. They're apparently still in progress, even though they're apparently only 30 seconds long. We're still only down to 17 seconds. And I've been ranting about having accidentally triggered them for far longer than 13 seconds. Okay, I'm waiting for them to finish. 1,000 for a one-off is not awful compared to... No, it's just a lot for me as, like, someone whose only income is from Twitch and music commissions. And, like, merch. But that's, like, one-off thing. Hi Neil and hi Lotus, welcome. So anyway, I feel like I'm in some horrible, weird social situation that I never want to be in my entire life right now. I don't know how the fuck I got myself into this situation. Well, I do, it's because I thought Owl's library was complete. And probably even just me talking about this now is somehow gonna make people choose between Owl or me, and yeah. This kind of sucks. I just want a redeem system that works, you know? I just want a redeem system at all. And I thought hers was usable, and I felt sorry when she was like, why is everybody using, you know, the software that Expired Popsicle has written when, like, I've written a system that works? So I was like, okay, you've written a system that works, I'll try that then. But this is like months ago that I made this decision. Anyway, yeah. I think if there isn't a usable thing, like, if there isn't a thing that I can, like, try to use by this time tomorrow, I am going to just start making it myself. I'm just going to say, screw it! I'm not going to decide between Owl and Expired Popsicle. I'm gonna do it myself. Screw depending on other people. Lesson learned, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. Sucks. Big sucks, but not the good kind. I'm gonna hydrate again. There are now 14... I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the typo, because I know exactly what you meant to say. The XKCD. Obligatory XKCD. I wouldn't be planning on releasing mine for other people. Because, like you say, there are already things that people can use. I would just be making it for myself for learning. Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could. I'm not trying to keep it secret, but Like, I feel like I'd only implement the things that I care about, you know? Like, I only need redeems and a few things for shoutouts, like, get user info based on ID, get channel info based on ID, and get stream info based on ID. Those are the things that I needed for shoutouts. There's really a couple of other things I've forgotten as well. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to say screw people. Like, I don't want to sound ungrateful and stuff, but I haven't even finished mine. Still loads of event types I want with it. Well. I haven't even started, so you're doing better than me. Maybe you can use Elkalunk's Emacs monstrosity. So when he was making that, did he choose to not use PubSub, or like was like, or has he already migrated or something? I haven't been watching a lot of his streams, so I don't know. I don't know how it is. Alright, I'm having a look now for people that I can read into. It's probably gonna be Meisaka, let's be honest. Oh my goodness! Stop! Wait, whose music is playing? Her stream is paused. What is? The stream is paused! Okay, there we are. That was weird. I paused Meisaka's stream and I paused Myriad Minds' stream, but they kept both playing for a little while. Then eventually they stopped playing. Anyway. Sorry, I'm squeaking far too much for things that aren't squeak-worthy. Hell yeah, look at that. Look at that cutie stare. Do I have access to that right now? Unfortunately not. I have access to this stare, and I have access to this stare. I guess he's going to have to update it soon if he didn't already. True. Who's a les honest? It's lesbians being honest. Holy crap. Oh, I guess because she's on the front page. Sorry, I just noticed that Miss Peggy has a huge number of viewers right now. Good for her. Anyway, I'm gonna pass you on to, I think, Meisaka, because she's doing soft drink dev. Myriad is also on, but playing a game called The Sexy Brutale, which was intriguing. Anyway, you should check them both out if you want to. 3D123. Hello, 3D123. I swear I usually see you arriving right as I'm ending. That is a nice colourful emote, though. Nice colourful stereo emote. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of stairs, Sleepy. What the hell? We got Meisaka. Pren. Bird Party. Cat. And Crow Yasumi. Oh my god, is that meant to be like Oyasumi? Why is it reminding me of Crow Nichiwa? But like crony, not the bird. What a weird stream this has been. I swear, why am I still going? It's 8 PM, I should go. I need to let my room cool down. How old is my room? It's 27 degrees. I just looked at I realized there was a thermometer up there. So next stream is probably going to be either way, whether it's ours or my own from scratch integration. I say from scratch, it's not really going to be from scratch. I think there are probably C# things built into C# or Unity. I don't really know the difference. Literally the only thing I use C# for is Unity. So Unity and C# are kind of one and the same in my head. There's probably something built into, you know, I mean, there's something built into like deserialize JSON somehow, like magically put things from a string into a struct and stuff, which feels like almost cheating. But yeah, so I feel like it wouldn't really truly be from scratch, even if I'm making it myself. Anyway, next time, whether I'm using Al's library or my own, I'm probably going to be doing a dev stream working on this streaming setup to you know, make it work with the things that the people have had to make to boost their KPI numbers and increase their job security by throwing away a working system and writing a brand new one. But Yuki? I don't know about that. I think I'm coming off as a monster right now. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna pass it on to Meisaka. Oh yeah, also, Yeah, well, maybe I'll end up doing music next time. Also, hi, happy Nora! Welcome, welcome. New systems. I like the new system, but we incremented everything by 1. And changed the names of everything, probably. So you have to change your code anyway, even if it's functionally, if it's like still the same. I don't actually know. I haven't like looked into it, but I'm sure they're gonna have changed a bunch of things. Alright, you're all very kind. I'm still feeling kind of like shit, but... Alright, I'm gonna pass you on to Maysaka. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I'm sorry I'm being negative right now. Yeah, next stream will probably be Unity. I don't know when it's gonna be. Well, possibly tomorrow evening, I don't know. Just because it needs to be done, like there's an actual looming time limit. Another thing there's a looming time limit for is, making a track for, a group of friends that I know from not IRC, VRC. Wow, I just realized that Internet Relay Chat and Virtual Reality Chat, VR Chat, they both, they're just one letter different. Yeah, they started like a little project. A few of them who have never done music production before started like, I guess you could call it like almost like a jam, a music jam rather than a game jam, where they're just going to try to learn how to make anything, literally anything, just to make a silly little album. Like, and that's not really my own words. They were like trying to make it like not super serious and stuff, just to like learn for making music and stuff. And then one of them DM'd me, and because they know I like, you know, that I make music, and they're like, hey, do you wanna join in? Because we're going to put these together into an album. And I was like, what's the deadline? End of April. Okay, so now I've signed myself up for trying to make a piece of music before the end of April, which is fine. I wanted to make sort of almost like a synth, is it vaporwave, synthy wave something thing at some point for a while now. So maybe I'll use this as an opportunity to try that. Something slow with like old electric sounding drums. Like very basic sounding percussion. Basic as in like it sounds like the kind of things that would have been on sampled MIDI synthesizers of yesteryear, rather than modern, you know, things that you'd hear in trance and stuff like that. Anyway, sorry, I'm gonna end now. I keep on saying I'm gonna end and then I keep not ending, and then people start saying thanks for the stream, and then I keep on rabbiting on the right. Anyway, I'm pressing the command now. Boop! There we are. Shout out Maysaka. This isn't gonna work because the API commands for like... Wait! Oh! These commands are not pub sub! Nice! Okay, so I don't even need to update the things for get user, get channel, get stream. They're all working right now, and they're pub sub. They're not pub sub. Pub sub is down, and they're still working, so nice. I think I only need it for redeems. That's kind of nice. Do I really only need it for redeems? Surely there'll be some. Anyway, Helix API. Oh, they Helix. Okay, well, I wrote the damn thing. I can't even remember. Okay, we're going on to Maysaka now. She is a very chill cutie who is doing some software and game dev. Just gotta start reading the stream title. Fabricate Ocean Archive. Wait, ... I have no idea what any of that means, and I'm gonna be honest, I usually don't have much idea of what anybody in the software and game dev community category is working on. But I hang out there for the nice chill vibes. And yes, no excuse in Maysaka. Thank you all, thank you as well, thank you Exia, thank you Liquid and Sleepy and everybody, Nora 3213, and yeah, I'm gonna disappear now. Okay, thank you. Also, Neil, thank you. Hi and bye. I'm disappearing now. Astatin as well. Okay, I'm sliding out. Like the long nuke. Squeak.